and here, and yes, so Sean tells me that this is a puzzle game, though the only thing puzzling about it is going to be its user interface to our audience. If they're younger than us, Sean, there's no puzzle about computers in the 90s. This isn't going to be a hard game.
That's true. We grew up in the 90s. We were bred on this kind of bullshit.
Like, you miss trackball mice,
No, those
Sean?
things sucked shit.
I liked the little weird hard yoke ball, man. I did. I miss it.
They were awful.
I miss it. Hey, fun fact. I'm about to call out not grand brother, just Eldon brother. He does still not only just use a trackball mouse, but he uses one of the thumb ones. I don't know how he ended up liking that. Our family is just cursed, man. I'm telling you. We play inverted. At least one half of my brothers prefers a stationary mouse. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, Sean.
You all live within a different dimension.
It's true. We drink squirt. We turn on the aircon when we're too hot, and we eat snapping bars. Well, welcome to the stream, everyone. I'm your host, Isaac MCCanary. Sean has prepared something for us today that he promises I'll be able to do in one stream. So introduce yourself.
It'll be easy. Hi, my name is Sean, also known as the Talking Skull, he, him. And I'm ready to tell not my story, not your story.
It's her story.
It's her story.
It's her, dude. That I've got multiple
Listen to
stories.
her story.
Listen, look, Sean. Are you looking with your eyes on the
I'm
screen?
looking with all of my eyes, every which one of them.
Do you see what I have wrought?
What have you wrought?
You lie! You lie. You said you were looking, but you lie.
No, I am looking.
I like the top left one a lot. I like that she's just sitting over I like that she's just sitting over the shoulder of the guy, being like, "Yes, that's my story. Yes, it
That's
is.
me in there. How did they get me in this tiny box?"
You also like the top right one, which seemingly just has Aunt May from Spider-Man. Sorry, Toby Man. My Spider-Man, guys, because old.
Notably, the one in the bottom right is using a controller.
That's a camera, Sean.
Is it a camera? I'm on my phone. I can't see that small.
That's a camera. Sean, that's a camera. And the bottom left one makes me weirdly uncomfortable. I don't like the cop in the background with the camera.
But you're fine with the fact that the screen is on the wrong side.
No, I don't like that either. On both of those. Why is the screen on? What's funny is the one in the bottom right does look like her story, kind of. That's what the game kind of looks like.
Yeah, honestly.
Look at how intrigued she is by this.
She loves it. She's like, oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
What a wonderful twist. What a wonderful wrinkle in this story.
I want this as a desktop. I want this as a desk. I love her. She's just in there, man.
I also love this stack of giant playing cards that this man has.
And checker? And checker. And
checker.
Poker chips? Yeah. Checker chips. Checker chips. That's kind of what they are. They're kind of like chips. Now, Sean, I muted the... Oh, did it just run out of music?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was possible. I had muted it.
I did fix the thing, by the way. You have full control and you can't escape the monitor.
Okay. Alright. Well, welcome to my computer, everyone. I have what's in my trash? Oh, you're a game. Oh, it's 2 players, Sean. How does that? Well,
It's hot seat, I assume.
oh,
So this seems to be Othello?
oh, is it go? Okay, it's your turn, Sean. It's your turn.
It's not Go. It's not how Go works at all. This is Othello.
I've never played Othello.
Well,
Wait, are you actually playing, or is the game playing itself?
I'm playing. I like
Oh,
the
okay.
idea that the game like wrestled control away from you, like the mouse is moving on its own.
I just wasn't sure for a second. Little did you know, Sean, this is what we're doing for the rest of the stream.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna kick my ass. I have no idea how this game works.
Pretty straightforward.
I've never played this weird Minesweeper ass game. How'd you know this is what I was gonna want to do, Sean?
Well, you said you wanted a puzzle game.
You're right, I did. I just didn't realize you were the puzzle. What's funny is, it's like I'm guessing it just goes to whoever gets the most. I'm guessing whoever gets the most. No, this is actually a 2-player game. You just can't.
No. Creeper, don't listen to this man. It is a 2-player mini game and a single-player game.
Yes, which is wild. They knew that we were gonna do this. They knew it. Nope, that's not how that works. Hey, Sean, I'm beginning to understand the rules of the game, and I think I fucked up.
Maybe. It's still pretty even.
But it is very interesting that they added this, and it just so happened that I was just clicking. This was just me clicking around. I did not know this was here. Why is it in the trash?
Because it's a terrible game. Who would ever play this?
Who would ever play this? Sean, this game fucking sucks. Why do you want me to play it so bad? A brain tickle. Quandary. How did you know what this was? You like knew the name of it like immediately. I have never heard of Othello before.
I think I played it in idea gifted class in school or something.
Did you
Get you some water, Creeper.
get you some water? Get you some hydrate, man. Get you some hydrate, man. So is the goal to prevent you from having a turn? Are we trying to fill the board?
You just gotta fill the board.
Okay, that's what I thought.
You're so fucked.
I probably am. Ah, god damn it. Sean, did you lie to me? I have a feeling like Sean lied to me.
How so?
Seeing as I have significantly fewer moves than you do, Sean, I think you lied to me. Sean, did you
have
lie to
fewer
me?
moves? What are you talking about?
I don't know. The fact that I have one move while you have a shit ton? And that you still, it's your turn again?
Oh, it's my turn. That's nice. Oh, it's my turn. That's nice.
Sean, I think Sean lied to me. Guys, Sean lied to me again.
Okay, now it's your turn.
Okay. Huh.
Oh, hey, it's my turn.
Guys, have I ever explained that I'm not very good at puzzle games now? This is promising. This is a promising start to our puzzleton, as I will call it. Now, part of my situation I'm noticing is that I don't think. Now, Sean, I think you might have an advantage here.
How so?
I don't know. It's just something tells me that you might have an advantage. How does it feel to fight a literal baby right now, John?
You are
That's what,
acting like a baby.
a little bit. I'm not I am not in the mindset to plan this far ahead in anything in my life. You think I'm gonna be able to plan ahead in this fucking game? Hey, look, I have a very
Ooh,
weird.
you broke through.
Yeah? Well. Oh, I see. Well,
Oh, it's my turn. How about that?
yeah, how about that? How about that, Sean? Sean, I think you got this one. Sean, you might have won this one. Oh, hey, look.
Good turn.
Dude, I was player 2. Man, I got you, Sean.
You did so good. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so ready to play this game now. I did not know that was good. I was just like, fuck. I was immediately like, let's fuck around.
Glad you don't want to know what hack.info was.
I mean, mirror game. Cracker Cyber Ghost. Supplier the Legends. Stripper You've Never Seen Us. Packager Illusionist. One for the mums here. Classic 2-player strategy game for lunchtime gaming. Joy. Ooh, I like the ASCII art.
Mm-hmm.
Cracks with class. Cracks
This is some old school shit.
It really is. ASCII art used to be a big thing. Well, it still kind of is, but it's definitely not as big as it used to be, I feel like. Database checker.
One volume missing.
Interesting. You want to read the readme? You want to read the readme?
Sure. Also, good one, Kirby. Hey, here's the database. I filed a Freedom of Information form to get you guest access. Everything seems to work. They transferred the videos off the original tapes in 1999, and then the Y2K thing hit, and they got mothballed. No one has touched them since. I couldn't find the server with the detective's footage on. Possibly those tapes got damaged when the old archives were flooded in 97. But figured this would be enough. Take your time.
Y2K didn't happen though, Sean. We didn't lose anything in Y2K, did we?
I mean, broadly speaking, no. Like, Binks didn't shut down and stuff, but that doesn't mean some software wasn't affected.
So wait, that had water to it? I thought that was just a fucking myth.
Oh my god, you've fallen for the thing. So this is a fun thing about Y2K.
Okay.
Y2K is a perfect example of people got really, like, made a big stink about Y2K, and then a bunch of people busted their ass to, like, fix the problems before it got bad. And then because it got fixed and nothing really bad happened, people were like, oh, it was just making a big fuss over nothing. And it's like, no, really bad shit was actually gonna happen. We just got out in front of the ball and fixed it before it did.
Oh, I thought it was like a big mystery where nobody knew what would happen when it hit 2000, and it was like, well, it just like rolled over and nothing bad happened. I didn't realize, no, there was still a genuine threat. See, that's the thing. I always thought, not like a hoax in the sense like nobody was worried about nothing. I thought it was just nobody knew what was gonna happen and nothing really happened.
Nah, it was that a bunch of really important programs that were running a bunch of really important stuff were going to run into errors that would crash systems and, you know, corrupt data, that kind of fun stuff.
Oh, so we almost did have like a technological dark age at the turn of the century. It was really that close, huh, buddy? I didn't realize it was that serious.
Yeah, the big issue was banks. Like,
Uh-huh.
the whole banking system could have collapsed, and like it would have gotten fixed. It wouldn't have been the end of the world, but
it almost was. Almost. All right. Introduction to the Logic Database. Computer technology is the backbone of modern police work. The Logic Database is one of the many continuing efforts to digitize our workflow and preserve evidence in a manner which will allow you to work more efficiently. In the coming years, the computer will continue to be the most valuable item in your crime-fighting toolkit. This database contains footage transferred from the existing homicide and serious crime tape archive at Portsmouth. It has been automatically sorted using our ASR technology. Each statement made by the interview participants is stored separately so they can be tagged for submission to court. The audio has been digitally sternographed. I don't know
You'll
how
get
I
there.
got the word digitized out of there, Sean. I really don't. The audio has digitally statographed, and the contents of the testimony is attached to each clip. To retrieve a clip, type in a word, i.e. robbery, and search to click to search to return the clips to the speaker that uses the word. To narrow a search, use multiple words. You are working from a printed transcript, you can be more precise, use inverted commas to search for an exact match against the entire statement. To store a clip for later reference, click Add to Session. Also, if you wish to add additional tags of your own to help future searches, please click in the user's tags box and type in your desired tags. For any further assistance, please contact your department's information technology representative, police information technology organization. Okay. I think we're ready. Oh, there's also a clock.
Yay!
Oh, look at that. I always like stuff like this, honestly. I like this kind of like emulated technology kind of stuff. That's why I'm like, if I was more into like decoding games, I would love to try HackMud. I just am kind of intimidated by it. But I think it looks cool as fuck. It looks cool as fuck. I just don't know if it's good or not, Sean.
What you mean is that you're intimidated.
I'm intimidated. You're right. Video subtitles, anti-glare filter. Oh. No, we'll keep that. I'll hurt my eyes. Did you ever turn that off?
No. I mean, I did what you did and was like, oh, that's what that is. No, I want this to look awful.
I want this to remind me of looking at an old CRT television with scan lines and everything.
I want everyone watching this to take note. This is how Isaac's computer always, he's had this thing for 5 minutes and already there's 3 windows open.
Absolutely. Hold on, I do have to set this up like it's my computer. Hold on, the mirror game has to be somewhere on screen. Oh, this might be untenable immediately. You can't resize anything, huh? Oh, you can play it again. Here, put that there for later, just in case. I don't like that you can't put this on the top. It's the most important thing, Sean. Why don't they let you do that? There. Here, we'll just put that down there for later. Listen, you're just trying to make fun of the fact that you did catch me once having a Google Chrome and a Firefox window open at the same time. I don't even have Firefox on this computer anymore, Sean. Really? That
Not
would ever
since the
happen
incident.
again. I mean, the incident was only was less than a week ago, Sean. Jeez.
But you can't say I'm wrong.
Ooh, Creeper wants to know who our favorite Donut County character has to be, and mine has to be. I mean, it's hard for me to choose between Salt and Pepper. I love both of them.
Salt and Pepper are great. I forget their names, but I like the ones that are just like vaguely mysterious.
Oh yeah, the deer couple. That's the other one I was gonna be like, but the deer couple, because I don't know what their deal is.
Herbe liked the whole.
I mean, the whole is a really good character. It's an important character. It's actually the main character, arguably. Arguably.
I like that you've just said, I understand that they have given me a search term here, but I'm not going to use it.
Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I get this bit right. There's a dumb bit from the Azumanga manga where then I found this out of nowhere, and it's like, oh my god, that's perfect. Where it just shows Sakaki at a computer on Google, and it's just her going, ah, and then the next tab is her typing in cats into search. Yeah. Now that's more entries than I thought I was gonna get for putting in cats, Sean, so
Uh-huh.
this is how we're starting.
All right.
Okay, so... Okay.
No, they were shut. Most of the windows were really hard to open anyway. They're stifling in summer. They were painted over by my dad. Could have left a door open accidentally. Or there's a cat flap in the back door.
Oh. Okay. There's a cat flap at the back door. Alright.
Now we know.
Now we know that there was a cat, and that...
We don't know that there was a cat. We know there was a cat flap. That could have been from a previous owner.
fair. But there's... Listen, if there's not a cat in one of these, I'm going to be severely disappointed by this search engine.
No,
Ron.
no cat.
Ah!
Before they died.
Get
all Domino.
fucked.
No
This
cat!
little black thing with white dots. We never did anything about
No cat.
that.
There's no cat.
If you were thin, you could make
Oh shit, I was right.
Well, there you go. John, have you played this game before?
I mean, I have, but I certainly didn't remember that they don't have a cat and the cat flap was from their parents.
This
Oh, this is a
other
different
house
shirt.
Doesn't exist. I don't know what the blonde wig is, but it could be anything. Have you looked at the cat flap?
How?
Alright.
This is a great start, Sean.
Fascinating out of context.
This is a great start.
Well, have you looked at the cat flap, Isaac?
Well, now I'm gonna have to look up cat flap.
When we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by tapping out a code that we'd learned from a book. The knock code. Something prisoners of war would use. We'd tap them out on radiator pipes or the attic floor.
Am I gonna have to learn Morse code, Sean? Did I somehow unlock some incredibly important information in this?
Dad thought we had mice, but they couldn't find any. Bought a cat anyway.
There was a cat! Sean, you
Well,
lied!
she already said her parents have a cat.
Okay, that's fair.
Remember, her parents had a cat, and then now
When
these...
we weren't together, we'd send secret messages by
I just want to know the thing, the knock code. Okay, that feels important to know, Sean. Sean, I'm gonna actually have to write down on paper. I'm gonna have to write down on paper things. Learning definitely something important that I'm going to need to know, but that seems important. The knock.
That's entirely up to Isaac, Kirby. It's just a matter of when Isaac searches up Vorok from Remlazar.
That can be the next one. Actually, yeah. If chat, how do we want to handle this, Sean? I feel like.
I don't
could-
want to invite real suggestions.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, especially if it's like.
That is the most backseating it could be.
Yes, never mind. Sean's right.
Any
Let
any
me
joke
search.
suggestions you have are welcome, though.
Yes, only wrong suggestions.
Wrong answers
allowed.
only.
Wrong answers only. Exactly.
We loved our cat, Domino. He had this little bell.
There's a
around his
shocking
neck
amount
that
of
stopped
cat
from
talk in
creeping
this
birds in the
game.
garden. And we used to write each other notes.
There's 5 videos of cat talk,
and
Sean.
we'd send them to each other.
Or more.
Mum found some of the notes once, and she thought I was just writing to myself because our handwriting was identical. And we had our own words for things, so she didn't quite understand them anyway.
We do have a request for Skibbity Toilet as well.
Oh boy. I'm gonna get a toilet one, aren't I? Here. Her base first. I'm doing the whole thing because if I understand correctly, it doesn't narrow it down. It's just searches for all these words, correct?
Yeah, if you don't put quotes, I think it's just searching for each of those words. So you might get from. Nope.
Yep.
From might get ignored.
Yeah, too generic. Surely toilet. Nope.
Nothing.
Nope. Don't talk about the toilet. Nothing bad happened at the toilet.
Nothing bad has ever happened at a toilet. Also, we did have a request for you to search yourself.
MCCanary? Here, I'll just search canary, because that would actually be something. Nope. No birds.
No canary-based content. Now, I want to ask, because this has been a funny bit, but I do want to find out, do you remember what the original... Okay. You don't have to do this. I just wanted to make sure you remembered that it was there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Ooh, do I get more for Domino? Nope. Wait. When did she... So, both... I only remember her saying her cat's name once, but this clearly says that I've seen both of these videos.
Some memory you've got, huh?
Oh, come on, Sean. Oh, I was really hoping that'd be more important.
The not
Really?
code is not relevant.
I guess it's not... This is a red herring, Sean. This one's a red herring.
Domino's a great cat name.
Yeah. Domino's a pretty good cat name. I did want to call my second cat, and I shit you not, though it got vetoed hard by my family, and instead we went with Penelope, because it was a character from Hamtaro. I wanted to name that cat Petal. Wanted to name that cat... I specifically recommended that name. It's not very good at naming things.
That's an okay name. Is there a reason you wanted Petal? It's a very, like...
I don't...
hippy-dippy name.
I liked flowers. And it sounded pretty.
It's an okay name.
It sounded pretty and I liked
I like
flowers.
Domino better as a cat name personally. But...
No, I mean, I could see that being like a black and white cat with like a weird like white splotch on it.
Yeah.
It looked like a dot. I could see that.
You think it's murder? I mean, clearly it's murder. What can I do to help?
Say more than recognizing that it might be murder and what you could do, but we'll continue
Oh
on.
shit, Creeper, you're on that real shit.
Yeah, that's me. But February, I mean, that was months ago. What's that got to do with Simon's murder?
Alright. Simon is the dead.
Simon died!
Simon is the dead, and February is an important month. February. For being born in that month, as though if being taunted by the spirits on high, I was given the hardest to spell birthday
really
month for somebody who suffers.
Were you also born
from
on a
dyslexia.
Wednesday?
I don't actually know.
Who would ever know?
The internet might.
I mean, you could find out if you were born on a Wednesday if it's something you wanted to know.
I am. What? Well, that's what happened, but what day is it?
What day of the
day
week
of
was?
the week?
There you go.
Tuesday. Close, Sean.
Ooh.
Close.
You dodged a bullet.
I mean, I don't know how to spell Wednesday. February. I really have to like mouth out to actually be able to spell it.
I mean, you also
February.
sounded out Wednesday, so like, I don't know what to tell you.
Doing my best, bud.
I didn't murder Simon.
Okay, she
You've got
wasn't
it
the killer.
wrong. You've got the wrong person.
Well, now we know she's the murderer.
I'd like to speak to a lawyer now. Please. You have no murder weapon. You have nothing. And all these stories we've been telling each other. Just that. Stories.
March 7th, 94. Okay.
Chad, he doesn't know.
Don't you at me.
Chad, he doesn't know.
Don't you at me.
He's missed a clue already.
Hannah.
Okay.
H-A-N-N-A-H.
So
It's Pam.
her name?
It reads the same backwards as forwards.
Oh,
It doesn't work
I
from
didn't
here,
think
it's
about
not
that.
quite symmetrical, but well, I mean, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith. I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
What a happy
Okay.
stone.
This is Hannah. Hannah, what have you done?
I would have been a good mother.
Boy burger.
I was young, but
Boy burger.
I would have been a good mother. She was a girl, by the way, the baby. We were going to call her Sarah. Simon wanted to call her Ava after his nana, but I didn't want her to have a symmetrical name.
That's a... Huh. That's very weird to have, like, back-to-back. For, like... Huh. Sean, is this game made out of magic?
We are playing her story. Well, Isaac is playing her story. I've played it before.
Mm-hmm.
I played it many moons ago, so I will be of no assistance.
And it's a puzzle game where you play this thing called the mirror game, and when you put down a token, you take over the other ones. It's really interesting. Oh, we don't have to play another round of this. We don't have to.
I'm not going to.
But no, it is a game that emulates like a, what would you say this is like? Well, they said Y2K happened, so this is technically the aughts. It's just an old computer.
Yeah, it's like I mean, it's like a government issue, like, computer that survived Y2K, so...
Uh-huh.
In fiction, this is an old, shitty system.
But you
on top
are...
of being a period piece.
Yes, you're going through an old computer to investigate a murder through the testimonials made on a video archive that's a bunch of really short clips. And you have to type in search terms to be able to find the clips. And there are a bunch, and you have to figure out what's going on. You have to solve the murder.
Yeah, Creeper, it is like solving an ARG. It's a very cool concept. I dig it a lot.
Yeah, I would like to put this on the list of games I want more of. Though I feel like this has become more of a thing more recently, is these kinds of like emulated period piece games of like playing on older tech. That's what I was like. I mentioned Hackmud, but there's like a lot of games like that now that are like usually taking like, you know, Windows XP or like earlier versions of Windows and setting meta games inside of them. I like that.
Okay, you got me. I'll confess. We were there. It was a dirty weekend. Simon was going to expense it, pretend it was a business trip. I used a made-up name. We stayed at the hotel, had room service, didn't leave the room, had a great view of the river, and you could hear the church bells. Like you said, it was very romantic.
Dirty weekend is such a British term.
Yeah.
No one else on the planet outside of Britain would call that a dirty weekend.
Now it says... Oh, access limited to the first 5 entries. Now I see how old the system is, Sean.
Mm-hmm. I love that mechanic because it forces you to be specific with your searches. Like, the whole game only works because it limits the number of results you can get.
Mm-hmm. Which is
Bye,
kind
burger.
of ingenious. Bye. I'm sorry. I hope you find money soon.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Wait, did she just lie about her own fucking name?
She fucking pranked you, dude.
Yes, my name is Hannah Smith. Oh, shit. Sorry.
Wait. Wait, what?
My name is Hannah. H-A-N-A.
Did I miss something important already, Sean? Now I'm psyched out. Now I feel like, did I miss? Well, she only
This is
said her
what I
first
love about
name.
this game is you're constantly just getting completely out of context stuff and having to like fucking
Over at 31 Gladstone Street.
4D chess your way to what it is that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
She just fucked up in that other video. She didn't mean to say that.
Well, time to look up Smith.
My name. That was the only question I failed. Your lie detector works.
So her name's not Hannah? Wait, Sean, how is the plot already too thick? Okay, she did mention Smith in that one. Oh, last name.
No. It was just me and her. Eve was the name they were going to call their first child. They talked about it and were going to try when he came back. Florence's family had a history of firstborn girls, so they were convinced it was going to be a girl. It's hard to know if this is all true. These are stories I remember, that I read when I was a child. Maybe I misread, maybe I misunderstood. Sometimes it's hard to remember what happened last week.
Oh. Wait. Okay. Now, Creeper, this is clearly a British computer.
I mean, that's why
Maybe-
it says constabulary in the background.
Exactly. So maybe they didn't have the capacity. Maybe they just didn't have... They don't know how to make computers over there. They could only get 5 loaded at a time.
That's a lot for an old computer to hold in its memory.
A lot to hold in my memory, Sean.
Well, you're an old computer. You're from 1993.
I
Can you
am.
imagine trying to
It's
use a
true.
computer from 93?
Okay.
61 entries. Here we go.
Simon might have a lot to dig into. We'll see. These all seem to be the same day, too.
He's learning.
Simon Smith. He works at Ernst Brothers Glass. They do windows, all kinds of glass. Simon does the more special work. Mirror making, feature windows, artistic things. Really beautiful things.
Okay. Oh, it says the time, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so these are in order of... Okay, so it's So it is ordered in the time that the video was taken. Okay.
Simon is 6 foot.
Yeah, it
darkish blonde
presents the
hair,
first
and
5
build.
videos chronologically.
He's clean shaven. If his beard grows, it goes ginger, so he shaves it. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with ginger hair. I bought a photo. They said a spring photo. This was taken last year on holiday in Rome. It's the best one I have.
I like the implication that the police don't know what this guy looked like.
Uh-huh. I don't know. I don't know what they look like, okay? So maybe this is... You don't know, Sean. Maybe this is just the interviewer. He didn't see the murder victim.
Or
It's the Rockington Arms, The Rock. It's run by a nice couple, Peter and Susan. There's some other regulars there that Simon likes to drink with, and the barmaid they're having sometimes, Helen. Peter said Simon had been in and had a few drinks.
Or...
there could be a reason that she had to bring a photo.
Yes, there's an Amstrad one. No one uses it for very much. There's a printer so you can write letters on it. Simon sometimes plays games, you know, climb the tower, save the princess, that kind of thing.
What is it, Mario? She's talking about Mario?
I don't know if she's talking about Mario or if she's talking like D&D.
Right.
Simon isn't the type to run off or do anything crazy. Someone must have done something to him, or there must have been some kind of accident. So what do we do next?
Okay.
Are you beginning to realize why she had to bring a photo?
Where... Simon?
Where, Waldo?
Where's
Ooh.
Simon? Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
A new outfit.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I had to park down the end of the road. Walked up, knocked on the door, no answer.
This
I took my keys out of my bag and unlocked the door.
June 30th.
The main lock was unlocked. You can tell because the key doesn't turn when you try to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes in the shoe rack. I shouted out. I walked straight into the kitchen because he usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper, but he wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly in the living room. Nothing. So I walked upstairs.
The
to
most
bedroom,
alarming
and he
thing
wasn't
for a
there.
British
I
person.
didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he
Old
wasn't
kettle.
there. I had a shower. The phone rang whilst I was in the shower. I didn't answer it. I think it was Eric. Then I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, though I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. This time I spoke to him. Then I called Doug and Eleanor. And then I decided to come and see you. That enough?
Huh.
Enjoy
Also
tab.
Enjoy Tab D. Honestly, I haven't played Tab G in a while, and I knew that they were down for a while. I'm glad then that they're back. I really did enjoy Tab G. I'd be down to play that again sometime. I don't remember. Did you like Tab G, Sean? I liked how stupid it was.
I liked it. I wasn't as into it as y'all were, but it's fun.
Okay. I parked up on the street. It was busy, so I parked down the end of the road. I walked up to the house. I knocked on the door. No answer. I took my keys out of my bag, unlocked the door. The main lock was unlocked. I could tell because the key wouldn't turn when I tried to turn it to the left. I walked in. Simon's coat wasn't on the peg. I couldn't see his shoes on the shoe rack. I shouted out for him. I walked straight into the kitchen. He usually sits in there to have a cup of tea and read his paper. He wasn't there. I touched the kettle. It was cold. I looked quickly into the living room. Nothing. I walked upstairs to the bedroom. He wasn't there. I didn't search for him because it was pretty clear he wasn't there. Then I had a shower. Whilst I was in the shower, the phone rang. I think it was Eric, his boss. I didn't answer it. Then I came out and I was just exhausted. So I lay down on the bed and I fell asleep, but I didn't mean to. I woke up a couple of hours later and I was surprised to see no one in the bed next to me. And then I remembered where I was and what had happened. That's when Eric called again. I spoke to him. Then I called Simon's parents. And then I decided to come and see you.
Wait.
Hmm.
Wait.
Hmm.
Wait. Hold on. Hold on. So she says she called Simon's parents
Mm-hmm.
just on the 1st of July.
Uh-huh. He's
Eric
cooking.
spoke Simon's parents. Then she came to the police.
He's cooking. Oh god, he's cooking.
But she called Doug and Eleanor. Is that his fucking...
Yeah.
Damn it. So wait.
Okay.
Called Doug and Eleanor, and then she...
What
I'm
had
guessing...
happened?
Well, here's the thing. Doug and Eleanor could just be the name of Simon's parents.
That would be the most reasonable assumption.
So wait, she said the same thing 2 days in a row?
Interesting. I mean, they are a week apart. It's not 2 days in a row.
Well, this
Yeah, I
is
remembered where I
June
was and what had
30th,
happened.
and this is
Oh no,
July
you're right.
1st.
This is 2 days in a row. Forgot it was
Huh.
the first.
Her hair's down in this one. Hair's up in that one.
Oh god, we're overcooking.
Oh boy.
Oh, we do have a request for a swear.
Which swear? What swear?
Just a swear.
Just us swear? How about damn? Everybody likes damn.
No
Wow.
dams in this game.
No well,
This PG ass murder mystery.
what is... Didn't she say shit? She did say shit. I watched the one. God damn it.
Was he my first? No need to be so coy. No, he wasn't my first. That would have been Carl. He was a local boy in a band. He was a bit of a shit. But he was sexy. We were 15.
Okay.
There you
that
go. You got a
seems-
juicy story, creeper.
There you go.
Creeper.
You know that Carl was apparently a
You know about sexy
shit.
Carl?
You know about sexy Carl now.
That
and
might be the first time anyone has ever uttered the phrase "sexy Carl."
I don't know if it's the first, Sean. It's just not a very common phrase that you hear. Listen,
What? Carl is not a sexy name.
I'd not know the Carl from Jimmy Neutron. Everyone knows that Carl is the sexiest character in that fucking show. Probably.
Probably.
There's probably at least two fan fictions that have the phrase sexy Carl.
Yeah, that is true. The way fan fictions work, there's got to be dozens of them.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Where's your brain at? Weapon.
Oh, okay, so no weapon. No, we don't have a weapon.
Or the weapon is named.
Well. Fuck. Only 232 megabytes locally stored. Man, that's so little. That's so little space.
It's an old computer, man. They didn't have that much space to work with.
Uh-huh. Man, I forget the days when a 16 megabyte memory card was a lot of memory. That was a lot of memory back in the days. It's like 16,000 file cabinets, Sean.
Yep. Man, I remember those 16 megabyte memory cards because they would fucking break shit. Like, because the
Uh-huh.
16 megabyte memory cards for the PS2 were like unofficial double storage size memory cards.
Hmm.
So there were certain games that it would just like not work right if you tried to use one of them.
Do you get any of the transparent ones or any of the Game Shark ones? They always had buttons on them, and I was like, I don't know what that's about,
I never
man.
had a Game Shark one. I did have a Game Genie for the PS or for the Sega Genesis, but I never
That's
had a Game
rad.
Shark.
Did you ever do any hacking?
I did a little bit
Did
of
you get into the
hacking.
code?
I did a little bit of hacking. I wasn't like any kind of elite gamer or anything, but I
Did you
put in a
break any
code
of
or
your
two.
Did you break in it? Did you break any of your games? I know if you're not careful with the Game Genie, you could fuck up like visual code and shit.
Could you?
I think so. You
Man,
definitely can do some cursed stuff with them, as far as I know, because there's some cursed.
Maybe
Like-
I never experimented with them enough. I didn't really understand what was going on like under the hood. I just knew, you know,
Right.
there were codes in this, you know, whatever magazine that I could put in there and it would do stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. I don't know. I just always assumed that, well, not always assumed, but I thought I heard somewhere that people did learn how to like utilize like game genies and stuff to like alter like game code to be able to like start doing ROM hacks and shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they did something. I don't, I don't to this day really know what a game genie even is. Like, maybe it is just like rewriting parts of the code.
Uh-huh. We will learn about the game.
Also,
Maybe-
enjoy Creeper. Blow shit up.
Blow
My
shit up.
dad never had any reason to notice. They were always busy. If Hannah was eating a lot, they didn't mind. She didn't put on any weight. That girl has a healthy appetite. If they heard us talking in the attic, they just thought it was Hannah playing one of her games, and that Eve was our imaginary friend. Once, she was already up and dressed and ready to go to school, and I snuck down for a piss. Mum saw me in my underwear, she went mad. Get dressed this instant! So I ducked into our bedroom, and seconds later, out came Hannah, dressed and ready. My mum was amazed.
That's confusing. The heck is... So, well, let's see what this gets first. This will probably get me a lot. Surprisingly, not as many as I would expect. 18... Simon got 60. Anna got
I mean,
18.
Simon is the subject of the investigation.
That's... You're not wrong. You okay there, buddy?
I'm talking about Eve.
Sean, do I need to know Morse code?
I never learned Morse code.
That was fucking weird.
She was having a mental breakdown while the interviewer was at.
Across the road, where my parents first lived there, was a midwife called Florence. When Hannah was born, I was born at the same time. The midwife was there to help. I'd been throttled by the cord, probably wrapped around my neck by Hannah. The midwife told my mother I was dead. But I wasn't. She wrote all this stuff in a diary. Amazing what people will admit to on paper.
Okay. Is that me? Sean, was that me? A 3D model? Screen?
She recognized me from the window. She told me to come inside, and she hid me. They had made the attic into a place where Hannah could play. It was a dollhouse. She hid me up there. No one else ever went into the attic. It was her place.
Okay.
Creeper, I know that SOS is ... ..
Yeah, that's all I know is SOS as well. Everybody knows SOS. It's important. You need to know it, probably.
Probably.
Uh-huh. Surprisingly few for Eve as well.
Well, my friend Eve. I mean, she was a friend from when I was a kid. And she was always more popular with the boys, and I used to hate her for it. I mean, really hate her sometimes.
Okay.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was at the far end of the beach, and I held her head under, and I kept it up. And for a moment, I just wanted to kill her and watch her drown. But that was it. It was just a moment.
I only kind of wanted to kill her.
It was a love-hate relationship.
I only almost killed somebody.
A police station. Yeah. When I was young, we ran away on my birthday. Bob Dylan was playing in London, and we thought we could break into his tour bus and have him take us with him. The taxi driver we paid to drop us off, I mean, we'd saved money, pinched a bit here and there to pay for the fare. He was suspicious because we were so young, so he told the police. So they came and picked us up and took me back to Portsmouth. My mum picked me up from the station.
Hey, Mum.
But
Hey, Mum.
with my friend Eve. So my parents let me off.
I'm gonna have to type in color. Because this is a British game where they spell color with an O. They spell color like this. Am I gonna have to spell color like that? Am I have to call it lieutenant instead of lieutenant?
My mother called me Eve.
That's not helpful.
Clear as mud.
Clear as piss. What? Edit? Edit? Okay. What? Oh, hey, I got color. Color.
Also a new outfit?
Yeah, seemingly.
Sorry.
It's a nice outfit.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me. Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it. How many of these in colour?
Interesting.
We were obsessed with fairy tales. Not just the pretty ones, but the traditional ones. They were dark and real, bizarre and violent. Felt like life. We had this huge old book that I think Mum must have bought from a library sale. The illustrations had thin tracing paper over them to protect them. They were in colour, shiny plates. At the front of the book was an index of illustrations. We read that more than the actual stories. We'd read aloud the captions and flip between the pictures. There was something intimate about peeling back the tracing paper, undressing the pictures.
Inappropriate.
Rapunzel's hair was cut. The eagle plucks out his heart. The princess pricks her finger.
Huh. That's an incredible coincidence, I think, but... Huh.
What, that both of them were about
Yeah, like...
fairy tales?
That both of them were about fairy tales and being in color or not. God, there was... Oh, I was wanting to check the date. One is about a week later.
June 27th is pretty early in the interview timeline, too.
Mm-hmm. What is this picture? I want to see more about... What is this picture? What is this picture?
Well,
That doesn't help me. Wait, there was another thing with a picture, though. Did I type it wrong? No, it said... Yeah.
maybe she called it a photo.
Oh, that's... Oh, she did call it a photo or a photograph. So that was a different... What was that picture, then? Why did she... Why did...
No, he doesn't have any tattoos. He has a scar down here near his stomach, past his hip. Cut himself with some glass. That was before, a long time ago. He looks just like the photo. He's not got his glasses on here though. He takes them off for the camera. But he needs them to see properly, you know. He has to read a newspaper or a menu in a restaurant. Not book so much, or watching TV. He likes TV.
Or what? Before what?
Yeah, we were 17. It was a nice wedding, people said. Simon looked very handsome in the photos. His parents paid for everything, but he's an only child, so it was important to them. It was what they called a shotgun wedding, but if you looked at the photos, you couldn't tell.
The count that
The
there were no
dress was
shotguns?
beautiful. It looked like Princess Diana's. The train wasn't quite as long though. There's a great photo of the bridesmaid helping to carry it out of the car.
They do love Princess Diana over there, don't they?
They sure do.
They do love that gal. I guess, wait, I forgot this is 1994. Oh, look! I did just now realize the date. It's today. Wait, no it's not. Wait, it's not at all. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to be saying. I think it's just wrong.
Yeah, that says June 16th, because I saw the 24 first, I was like, oh, and I was like, wait, no, that's not right. It's also, it says that this is 7, well, it's close to 42, but it's definitely not, this definitely feels like this would be like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, not 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Huh. Before Simon.
Or Simon.
Before Simon has a lot, actually.
Simon doing the heavy lifting there.
We were both happy to get married. It was a beautiful wedding. We had our first dance to Come Back and Stay. I'm not sure if that's a good wedding song, but I loved it. I chose it. I mean, it was genuinely our first dance. We'd never danced together before. It was probably awful to watch, but I enjoyed it. It felt like it was just me and Simon for that moment. Just the two of us.
We can make it if we try, just the two of us.
Oh, that is that song,
Hope
isn't
he
it?
doesn't fucking die.
Is that a part of the song? No wonder that's probably not a great one for your wedding.
Isaac, look away from chat so Creeper can tell me this thing that they're thinking.
Okay. But I really appreciate the structure of this game in being truly like freeform in an investigation standpoint. Like,
Yes.
all you're given are these strings to try to like hook things together, and you really can type whatever comes to mind to try to think would be the most applicable. And I'm sure there's like a efficient route or a thing that you should be pulling from video to video, but there's also this feeling of, but also you can type whatever you want in there, and if you get information out of it, you get it when you get it, and you have to figure out how to put the pieces together. I like
Exactly. It's kind of genius.
I mean, it was funny. We were getting ready to start the stream, and there was another game. What was because Sean was sitting on this game's Steam page. What was the other game called? Immortality?
Oh yeah, Immortality is their other game, the game they made after this, which I don't own yet, but I do want it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like this, but like more spooky, that'd be awesome. But on top of that, it also weirdly was in a bundle with. No, not this game, with content warning.
The Immortality, content warning, bug snacks,
Uh-huh.
and two other things. I don't remember what the other two things were exactly, though. I remember Crush something.
Right, and the other one was also like, why is this in here? Was it also her story? It might have been her story, actually.
I don't think so, but it's not important.
It's not. Otherwise, we're just like, it was just really weird that we were like, why is this game bundled with bug snacks and content warning and a fourth game that we had just never heard of that was like a weird, like, following reality TV show thing that seemed interesting.
It's like a film your own reality TV show thing, sort of in the style of content warning a little bit. I would be interested in a game like that. I just have absolutely no interest in the style of reality TV show it's about.
Yep.
And I also, it looked kind of bad.
Yeah, it looks pretty meh. It just looked pretty meh. An interesting idea.
That is an overstatement, but it just doesn't have enough going on, it seems like.
Yes. I inherited it from my parents, so it made sense to move back. Me and Simon.
We know how they got the house.
Days before the pregnancy. Reminded me of being a girl, a dollhouse in the attic, old things. We didn't sleep in my parents' bedroom for a long time. We decorated it as soon as we moved in, but it was another year before we started sleeping there.
Where should she sleep? The fucking living room?
Creeper, I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't, though.
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Sam's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and
That's a flashlight.
that's when I
It's
came back.
No, she went down there with a torch, Sean. It's
Burn it all.
Saw the body.
Went down with me torch and me bastard sword.
I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Haven't you even played Elden Ring or Dark Souls? That's just what it's like over there.
Not even a comment on that spooky shit that just happened?
She saw the body. Was it Simon's body?
I mean, that also, but were you... I guess you just weren't looking at the screen, okay.
Wait, did something happen?
Yeah.
It was after
The screen flickered and you could see your reflection in it.
I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought.
I must have blinked or looked
I think it
away.
was something his mum had said.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen again.
She'd been speaking about old stuff.
Okay. I saw it earlier.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign. You remember Princess Grace? Grace Kelly? She died in a car crash the year before we met Simon. We used a Ouija board to speak to her, and that gave us the power to find him.
Weren't you looking for the
that people who die tragically leave some kind of magic behind. We used to share dreams. We used to wake up and write them down in our diaries immediately and compare them.
Okay.
It lasted about 6 months. I tried to carry on, but everything was different. Hannah insisted I not pretend to be her around Simon, let alone sleep with him. We didn't share him like the others. The rules had changed. Me living in the attic had become weird in a way it hadn't been before.
Okay. Feel like I stumbled on this almost too soon, but it's interesting. So it is. I think it's 2 people. I think it's 2 people. I think it's 2 people. Damn it. Interesting.
Differences? She's a better driver than me. She passed the test for us. I tried to take it and nearly crashed the car. Learned that you can't rely on confidence to get you through everything. She is the shy one. She was especially shy around boys. If Hannah liked a boy, I would have to pursue him. It was that way with Carl. Hannah met him first. She had such a crush. I let him take my virginity after a night that his band had played at. It got difficult. When I was with Carl, we would have sex, but Hannah couldn't let him see she was a virgin. She had lots of excuses. After a while, we decided that I should take Hannah's virginity. It's not that different to a bruise, pulling a tooth, a graze.
Huh.
We used a hairbrush. After that, we took it in turns, though I was always the one who seduced the boys. Until Simon.
Okay.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon. She started getting jealous, didn't want to share. Even the first date, we went to see Tom Cruise at the Old Odeon. We both went, kept changing places in the toilet. We only had the one best dress, so we had to keep swapping clothes. Must have thought we had terrible bladder problems. The next date, it was my turn. At the end, I let him kiss me, but that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and
What the hell?
she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Huh. Uh-oh. John, are we not a cop? I'm now concerned that we might not be a cop.
No. The parents decided there would be a wedding. And after the wedding, Hannah moved in with his parents. There was no way I could follow. So we were separated again. I stayed in the attic. It was hard. It's like I suddenly didn't exist. I would sneak out, but in case anyone recognized me, I started wearing a wig. Hannah and I would meet up in the park. I was trying to get pregnant. But I couldn't. I mean, I couldn't do it with anyone we knew, so it was sex with strangers. Drunk guys I'd met in clubs, parks and alleyways. I was 17. It felt like I was being punished. But it was Hannah who had betrayed us. I had to stop when one of the guys gave me an STD. When we met up, it was disturbing. For the first time, my reflection, she didn't look like me. She was fatter, flushed. If anything, I was getting skinnier. I found it hard to look sometimes. We talked about what to do. Was it time to become our own people? I mean, that seemed like the right thing to do, but neither of us wanted it. We agreed that her and Simon would get their own place as soon as possible, and then I could move in. And that was the plan.
Huh.
By the way, these developers definitely watched Dead Ringers.
Uh-huh. I don't think I've seen Dead Ringers yet.
That was the one that we should have watched.
Fuck.
Felt like the universe had corrected its course. We were aligned again. But Hannah and Simon were still living with his parents. They were married. Simon had a job at the Glaziers now. Eric had given him a full-time position after he left school. And then...
Okay. Huh. Boy, this is a lot to unpack, Sean. I'm gonna look up Ghost, because they keep on talking about a Ouija board.
Give me that squeegee board.
Ouija?
I think there's no second eye.
Fuck. Ouija board. I thought it was... How do you fucking spell Ouija? Luigi board. Can you burn a Luigi board? Ouija. I've seen the thing.
Loser. You're a
How did I
loser.
see two of the videos that mention a Ouija board? That's so specific. Not the Waluigi board. That's how you summon Waluigi. You have to be careful. Those.
He's like Candyman. If you say his name 5 times onto a piece of paper, it turns into a Ouija board.
It turns into a Waluigi board. Well, fuck. I feel like I've lost the plot, actually. I'm like, what was I looking for?
Well, what are the facts so far?
Facts that we have so far is, I think, we're dealing with, I think, 2 people. Either they're the same person and it's a split personality thing, or it's twins. They mentioned twins. And they both were one of them was officially married, Simon. The other one wasn't. Interesting. More information than I was expecting to get out of that.
Twins? Really? Are you really asking me that question?
You fucker. Yes, I am. Asshole.
Game fucking got you, dude.
Fucking dicks.
Are you out of your mind? Twins?
Stop. Would you? What a shit out of this
That's
game.
all she had to say about it on that day.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up. Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy occasion. There were always princes and princesses. They were the special people, more important than the other characters in their stories. We knew we were like that. Twins. magical. We were the princesses. We had a poster of Princess Diana from the newspaper up in our attic. Had a pride of place. And underneath we used to put all our special things. When her engagement was announced, we were obsessed with everything she did. And later, when her life went so bad, we felt for her. Her divorce last year just kind of drew a line under things.
Huh. So... that was a lot harder to use than I was expecting.
I didn't give you as much as you wanted.
Not really. The game fucking added me for being like twins, and the game was like, "What the fuck are you talking about, twins?" So, okay. Nothing. What about Joe Smith? Okay, no.
No, Kano's from Mortal Kombat.
No. Fuck you. Die. Sting?
Well, a week or so ago. It would have been the Saturday before my birthday. You know, I get like that on the weekends, have a lie-in, then want to get up and bless the
It's
house.
not helpful.
Bastard. How dare you have a word with a different meaning?
I'll take a lie detector test.
Okay.
I've never taken a lie detector test before. Does it really work?
Okay. Let's then. Huh. About liar. Liar. Pants on, frick.
Not a single carry in this entire game.
What about Carrie? Yeah, 2
You're
carries.
gonna carry that way.
Uh-huh. That's a surprising number of entries for that word. I do wonder how many, like, tags they've actually baked into the game. Well, no, it's not how many. They do say that it's every... well, not every single word.
It's a
But
transcript.
it's a transcript, so that's insane. That's insane.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Okay.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. Haven't looked at it since.
Okay.
Silver leaf? No. He normally silvers them properly. This mirror, it's supposed to look antique. The reflection isn't as good. It's the perfect mirror for someone who doesn't like to look at their own reflection.
Huh. Fascinating. There's also still 6 more entries. What about mirror time?
Mirror time.
Mirror time. Oh my god. A lot for time.
So, it was Friday evening. We had an argument. He left. On Saturday, he didn't come back.
Okay.
Waited all day. He was supposed to go help Eric out with something on the Saturday afternoon. They had a job. He didn't show. So Eric was ringing on the phone. I checked at the Rock, that's our local. They said they'd seen him on the Friday night, but not since. He still wasn't back this morning. It just isn't like him at all. Still not back by dinner time. It's getting dark again. So I decided to come and see you. His parents haven't heard anything either.
So he was missing between Friday and Sunday. That's the time period for when she did all of her shit. But where did she said she came back from something.
A long time. We got married when I was 17.
Okay.
Eric was like an uncle to him. They were pretty close. They spend a lot of time with each other, especially when they have to go to conferences. Have you met his wife, Diane?
Okay, so Eric is Simon's boss. Diane is Simon's wife. No, Eric's wife. Eric's wife.
Hannah is Simon's wife.
And Diane is the princess of Hydrate Man.
Ah. Who knew Hydrate Man even had a princess?
Wouldn't he? Look at him. Look at him. He is a princess.
Can we get a tutu for Hydrate Man?
To him. They were pretty
Yes.
close. They spend a lot.
I could.
Yeah, when I was at school. I worked part-time in the front shop. It was sort of an extended family thing. My dad used to work there, my mum worked there before I was born. I took care of paperwork, filing, typing out invoices, that kind of thing. It was a good job for a girl back then. I didn't work a till or anything though, I was quite shy, so I wouldn't have liked to have worked a till.
That's a cash register for the Americans in the audience.
That's a cash register. It's a Square
What?
fucking phone app. I can't remember the name, what it's called off the top of my head.
That's a good point. Are kids not gonna know what cash registers are?
Eventually, I think they won't know what a cash register is, Sean. I like that Eric has had more I'm just going with it.
What?
Most of these are probably going to be red herrings, though. At least one or two of them are going to talk about Princess Diana. It's going to be obstructive.
Diana's really nice. She
Oh,
helps
good.
out with the Glaziers, organises the Christmas
I
party.
mean, Diane and Diana are two different
I have two
names.
kids, really sweet kids.
I don't know how to spell them
She used
differently.
to look out for me when I worked there.
Diana has an A at the end.
Didn't she say his wife was Diane? Oh, fuck.
Diane is Eric's wife. Diana is the very famous princess.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
The very
That's
one.
Simon's watch. It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Glasgow.
When was I in Glasgow?
Glasgow. Man, all freaking places sound like made-up fairy tale places. We'll go to Pigsworth and Glasgow.
Not really. He would go to the pub. He had his drinking buddies there, but no one ever really came back to the house.
None of his gaming buddies.
Sometimes Eric, his boss, and his wife would come over for dinner. That would be us returning the favour. Diana's a really good cook, into her trendy ingredients.
Like
And
saffron.
last time, Simon cooked
Oh, and
lots of
avocado.
He got the recipe off CFAX, and I did my
Who
Lloyd
cook-
Grossman
What
bit.
dish requires saffron and
From the side
avocado,
ones.
Sean?
Spaghetti.
Fennel from the supermarket. Have you ever eaten fennel?
Never had avocado and saffron on spaghetti, Sean. You'll have to make it for me sometime. It sounds real good. That's like a $40 dish. It sounds terrible. Actually, I don't know. Saffron's supposed to be like the most expensive spice. I don't know how much it would be make saffron avocado
Someone
on
there
spaghetti.
arguing? No, I can't imagine they'd be arguing. They get on so well. Unless it was something to do with work. Maybe Simon was being...
I'm glad she just is holding a guitar in this clip.
Look,
I mean, I'm making a note of it.
you should ask Diane.
I would, but I'm asking you.
Unfortunately, I don't have a whole archive of interviews with Diane.
Uh-huh. And how do you have 3 clips with a guitar, with the word guitar in them, and only one of them shows the guitar, and another clip I know that the guitar exists in does not mention the guitar?
Well, because she's just holding it in the other one.
You want me to play something? I'm not the world's...
Play Freebird!
Okay.
Play Wonderwall!
Needs tuning. No. It's okay. How about a traditional ballad? Should be right up your street.
Play Tom Sawyer! Hey, you know any Grateful Dead?
There were 2 sisters came walking by the sea. Oh, the wind and the rain. The eldest one pushed the other one in. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
Man, she wasn't kidding. She's not a good guitar player.
Both had a love for the captain's son. Oh, the wind and the rain. But he only cared for the youngest one. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, the eldest envied her sister fair. Oh, the wind and the rain. With a pretty little face and her long blonde hair. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain.
I mean, this is a real ass song, isn't it? Is it gonna get content struck?
Pushed her in and held her down. Oh, the wind and the rain. Watched her as she slowly drowned. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Oh, she
Does she
floated
have an
up
ankle
and
bracelet on or something? Where is she getting a metronome?
oh, the wind and the rain.
She's got one of them ankle tambourines on. She just didn't want to show. She was like, I really hope they asked me to play the guitar. There was a chance there. She was like, I'm glad they asked me to play the guitar. I was worried they wouldn't ask.
Out comes the captain's son. Oh,
Yeah, she got a lot more confident with this guitar once she got to the chorus.
the dear
Uh-huh.
swims and swan. Oh, the dreadful wind and rain. And then it gets really weird, so I think that's a good place to stop.
It didn't get weird when you had a weird motif about potentially drowning your maybe sister person again? And
Hmm.
No. No, Simon didn't play guitar. He wasn't very musical. He liked to listen, but he was tone deaf.
I heard him sing. Honestly, the worst thing you could ever hear. He sang for my wedding. I smiled and hoped he'd never do it again.
Yes. Yeah, it's my guitar.
Great.
Now we know.
Now we know. We do. Glasgow.
Jeez.
Glasgow.
Jeez.
Glasgow.
Yay!
Hey, Glasgow. There's a
A
lot
lot of
that
Glasgow.
There's a lot that happened in
So
Glasgow.
I got in the car and I drove. I just kept driving north Just kept going, just wanted to get as far away as I could. When I finally stopped, I was all the way up in Glasgow. I was so tired. I just had to sleep.
So she went to Glasgow, then she came back. And
Yes.
Seemingly unplanned.
I got to Glasgow, I was exhausted, so I pulled over and slept in the car. I woke up because a rubbish truck went past.
That's how
Is
you
that
know
the
they're in
rubbish
England.
truck?
In a pastry. Tried
Petrol!
payphone,
Oh god. Payphone?
Headed back.
Payphones are a thing in America, Sean.
Yeah, that's just an old thing, sorry.
Yeah, that's true. I was very tempted to. If I didn't end up getting my phone back, which was still ridiculous, but I did at
You were
least get it
tempted to
back.
use a payphone?
I was tempted to get like a 1 month payphone or something, and just
Oh,
I
like
was
a prepay phone, okay.
yeah. I almost was like, does Rent-A-Center do fucking phones? Like, I don't care. I'm not gonna need this for more than a day.
No, I don't think so. Glasgow was deserted that early in the morning.
Nobody lives in Glasgow. Nobody lives in Glasgow, Gov.
The ghosts are quiet in
When I
Glasgow
arrived in
this
Glasgow,
time of
I
year.
was exhausted. The streets were empty. I was driving badly. And I hit a taxi.
Oh my god.
Not a big crash, just paintwork.
Eve
guy
was the one who said
so
they were
pissed
bad
off
at
because he didn't
driving.
have a driving license on me.
Yeah.
I don't
When
know.
I was pregnant, he made sure I got to the hospital so they could check me out. It was fine. The hospital must have details when I was looked at. There's a scratch on the car.
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 Yes, there's a car that we share, a Cavalier, and a van he uses for work.
I'm sorry, that's a
It's quite
Cavalier.
big, but we look after it.
That's French, Sean, and they hate the French.
I'm not sure about the keys for the van. I can look for you when I get back.
I feel like car is not going to be helpful. Well,
I wasn't in the house all of Friday night. After the argument, after Simon left, I left too. I was upset and I wanted to get away. So I took the car.
okay. The Glasgow happened. Glasgow happened on Friday. Then she came back Saturday and was like, where is husband?
They had a big fight on Friday, and she ran off, and she came back Saturday, and he was gone.
I left the next day, Saturday. I slept for a few hours in the car.
Or did she?
When I woke up, I came straight back.
Huh.
Simon wasn't returning my calls and I wanted to try and make up. I got back to the house and Simon wasn't there and I... Excuse me. Is that
Bombed. You... What the fuck? Oh. Morning sickness. Okay, yeah, no. She's pregnant. Okay. Right? That's what I'm supposed to glean from that. Or she had a really bad biscuit for breakfast. She had a bad crumpet. What do they eat in Britain, Sean? Crumpets and hardtack.
Yeah, I think that they eat just like dried crackers and dirt.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And beans, and a lot of beans.
Oh yeah, can't forget the beans. Well, it's because the crackers are so dry. You need some wet beans.
Yeah, you need some wet beans to make up for the dry crackers. I mean, they literally do have a dish that's just called beans on toast.
Mhm.
Awful.
Yeah. I pulled over and slept in the car. This was just by the
So
side of the road.
sandwich with
I was
Marmite.
exhausted.
What kind of beans do you think they put on beans on toast?
It has to be just baked beans. Pinto beans.
You think
That's
it's
what I
pinto?
would expect. I think it's just pinto beans. How does car accident not get anything? What accident? Accident got something.
You were an
When I was 8,
accident.
Mother died.
Fuck.
She slipped down the stairs. It was an accident. I had read a diary at that point, and I knew she wasn't my real mother. So I burned the diary that day, and I left. Walked out and across the street.
This is not the information I was expecting to hear, but okay.
I do love that she was like, well, my dumb old mom is dead. I'm out of here.
Uh-huh. Well, she's not my mom, so I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
It's like I told you before. I drove. I took the car and drove. I don't have my own car, but I have a spare set of keys. I just drove north. I wanted to think, put some space between me and them. Everything I told you before is true. I stopped at Glasgow. I was tired, exhausted. I pulled out and I hit a car. My car was okay, but I was worried about the baby, so I went to A&E to get the okay. Everything was fine. Slept in the car. When I woke, I tried to call Hannah from a payphone. She wasn't answering. And then I decided to drive back. I had decided that she was more important to me than Simon.
Interesting.
The
Also,
plot thickens.
I find the structure of this very fascinating, because at first I was like, there seems to be a lot of redundancy, but I think it is twofold, supposed to be a way for you to make sure to get certain kinds of information, and also to clue you in to look into specific details and what changes between the redundancies, which I think is fascinating. It also means just literally, if you're missing a detail, you'll probably hear it again in a video. It's really to make sure that you get the details no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I actually really like that. That's kind of fascinating. And there's a lot more to read into, you know? Like I said, immediately that one day where I was like, that's weird. It was literally the same testimonial 2 days in a row, but it seemed weirdly different. And it was 2 different days. That was weird. So... Nope. Eve.
Friend.
Relation. Relation.
Oh, okay. Thought you were just gonna search relation.
Relation. Ooh. The Who. The Who.
The Whool. My favorite band. Yeah, that was predictable.
Not really. I thought that would be too vague, and it would be like, that's nothing, dummy.
It's Rapunzel.
God damn it, it's
Story
Rapunzel,
starts when
Sean.
she's-
That's who did it.
Mother Gothel, a witch, takes Rapunzel from her parents and keeps her locked up in this tower. Rapunzel gets pregnant by the prince, and Mother Gothel...
But now we know the significance of
She cuts off
Rapunzel.
her hair and throws it. Actually, her hair's already short here, so that's already happened. So she throws her into the wilderness, and Rapunzel is reunited with the prince, who's blind. But she kills him with her tears, and so it's a happy ending. Is that too much?
Huh. Interesting. This is 8 seconds. Are you gonna just say my favorite band, The Who?
I mean, what if they were crazy? You hear about these crazy people all the time. I mean, why would anyone who knew Simon want to kill him?
Okay.
I'm not sure where the dollhouse came from.
It just appeared one
If it
day.
was given to them or they inherited it. I mean, they wouldn't have had the money
Had a
to buy
strange,
it.
They wouldn't
ominous
stop
aura
talking
behind
to
it.
me.
So
Yeah.
huge.
Said they
Must have
bought
been
it off
taken
of
out to the attic
eBay.
in parts and then reassembled up there. It's a beautiful thing. Wallpaper to scale. little furniture. The lights work, mirrors, beds, big duvets and pillows. We spent hours and hours playing in it, invented all these characters and families who lived there. We wrote paperwork for them all, passports, diaries, and gave them all really elaborate stories. Once, a moth got trapped in there. We'd left a light on. It was making the most horrendous noise. We tried to kill it, but it was tough.
Moth?
We ended up crushing it under a copy of the Arabian Nights.
What the hell were you trying to do to the moth that you could, just smack it with a book? Gonna stab it with a pen?
It sounds like they were little kids, so they were probably just slapping it.
The other one
Fair.
had to be hurt too. A grazed knee, a bruise. When I lost my tooth first, we had to pull our harness to match. Once, I slept with a boy who was seeing another girl. The girlfriend came up to Hannah the next day and punched her in the face. Gave her a huge black eye.
I had to
That
punch
night-
myself in the eye.
She had to do the same to me. And she almost went too far. I couldn't see out of that eye for days. She snuck a frozen pizza up for me from the kitchen.
Really showed she cared.
So much of our bodies were synchronized anyway. We started our period on the same day. All our childhood diseases, stomach bugs, nits.
The hell? You mean like chicken pox and shit?
We both got the Black Plague at the same time.
Chicken. There's
It's
one
the
entry
chickenpox
about
story.
Yeah.
And the Glaziers. I worked there some weekends and Simon had a part-time job there too. That was Eric's generosity. It was always good.
Have we
to help
still
him
not
out
looked
with
up
his
Eric?
children. Simon was quiet, more thoughtful than the other boys. Even then, he had a sense of craftsmanship. Wasn't always rushing stuff. Boys that age are just running around like headless chickens most of the time. You know?
Ah, that's the chicken.
Plus, he had that look. He looked like a fairy tale prince from one of my books.
God, the emulated dirtiness of the screen screwed with me, and I was like, is my screen dirty? All right.
You also left your light on.
You're freaking me out.
He was wearing a shirt,
Okay.
it's a blue turtleneck shirt and jeans. He has a watch. It's a really nice one. That was a gift from his boss, Eric. He had his coat, a long grey duffel coat, like Paddington Bear. He would have taken
That's
that with him. It's not his
Some
house.
character that everybody... I don't understand the whole deal with the big bear. I don't understand Paddington.
You
He
didn't
talked
read
to the
Paddington?
queen. Huh?
You didn't read Paddington?
No. He talked to the queen. Queen likes him.
Well, not anymore. She's dead.
Oh. Paddington killed her. That was the last we
Damn
saw of the
you,
queen.
Paddington!
He's such a gremlin, man. You gotta watch out for him.
Yes, that would be in his wallet. It's a Visa, a silver one.
Silver Visa?
He doesn't like to spend money.
Big
he doesn't
money.
have, so he usually pays with cash, but Eric convinced him to get one.
He's got a credit card. What is your credit?
Tell me your credit score. It's important for my murder mystery.
Yeah. What's the... Actually, I need to know the 16 numbers on the front, the date, and the funny 3 on the back to be able to solve this murder mystery. Important.
I'll also need your full social
Another one.
security number and a
You
copy of your
can't see
birth
anything.
certificate.
Leather, real leather, I think.
Give me also a lock of hair and
Deposit,
your mailing
full
address.
stuff, business cards, receipts.
You'll see me in 3 to 5 business days.
Always carries it in his back pocket. think that's why he's got a bad back. Offsets the discs. I haven't seen it, so he must have it on him. He always takes it out of his back pocket before when he comes in, if he's in the house.
Wait, I feel like I actually missed something important here.
He has a wallet, a huge sealed.
Wallet, it's leather, real leather, business cards, receipt. God damn it, that's the second time she's hesitated on before, for fuck's sake.
Did I pass? Sorry, I messed it up with all that Rapunzel stuff. Do you need me to do that card again?
Did Paddington kill the queen? This is the question. No, we all know that... No, I was getting it reversed. The queen stole the soul of that one guy, and then... But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough power, but it did buy her time.
Nah. Yeah, that was how she fended off Paddington the first time around, but
Exactly.
he always comes back.
He always comes back. I just need to know. Wah, one Paddington. Fuck.
Not even a second Paddington.
Not even a second mention of Paddington.
Going back to that queen, huh?
Surprisingly... Oh, I did type queen. Surprisingly none for the queen. Lots of princess, none of the don't care about the queen in this one, huh?
Fairy tales don't give a shit about a queen unless it's like an evil queen.
Talks a lot about fairy tales, apparently.
Yes. I read a lot as a child and watched lots of TV. Then the doll's house we had, we still have in the attic. It's kind of a fairy castle. We used to play out there and make up our own stories. Simon never cheated on me. He was devoted to me, and I was devoted to him. Nothing in life is easy. We were good to each other. Life isn't a fairy tale. You do what you can. Well, she wasn't my real mother, but she raised me. Do you want to take a story? It's a real life fairy tale.
Yes, I would like to hear the story. Damn you. I can't.
What if I
You've heard that
just...
story already. What if I type the name of the game?
What if I just type the name of the game?
Florence was a warm, kind person. But she was broken, I guess. When I found her diary, I also found a biscuit tin with other stuff in it.
Oh, did it have a bunch of...
chips and...
Letters,
See,
that kind of thing.
I was gonna say, was it full of, like,
Her story wasn't there.
sewing supplies?
I never really spoke to her about it. I was far too young to really understand, I guess. I just put it together later, once I was older. She had loved children, planned to have a large family, but her husband died in the war. And that was back when you married for life. She never felt like she could marry again. Isn't that strange? She was a widow from her 20s. But, I mean, I guess it was different then. You know, you married for life and she felt she could never marry again. I guess it was harder, a war widow. One of the dead. I don't know, maybe there was more to it than that. I don't really know.
Also, thank you. Ah, damn it, I can't touch the mouse yet, Sean. My cat has found a way to very precariously... He was very specific... Well, he's trying to do it again. He's trying to nuzzle, but he wants to stand specific... I have my arms crossed in my lap, and he wants to stand specifically on my arms. And at one point, he had balanced all of his body on... like, all four of his legs on both of my arms, and I'm like, I can't move my arms, my cat's in the way. Buddy.
I'm in a similar predicament.
No one can play the video game, Sean, no!
What are we gonna do?
Now broken free.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back.
That's the name of the game!
You
My
win!
wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
Well, Sean, I think we found at least the weapon. Mirror guard. Nope. Who done it? Who done it, Sean? Jack. Kill. There's something.
What did your wife do? She didn't kill you. You think I killed Simon because he was having an affair? Well, I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there. I was in Glasgow worrying about whether my baby was still growing inside me. I mean, why would I kill Simon? I loved him.
Okay. Interesting.
Got a little bit of she said going on.
Uh-huh. She said, she said? As if... That didn't have nothing. Huh. Eric Paul. What did Eric call about? What? Eric Paul. Eric.
You gotta remember she's British. It's not a call. It's not a call. It's a ring on the phone.
Eric, is it really? I'm gonna be mad. If that would have popped something up, I was gonna hit you with a bat. Nope. Simon body. Yeah. Simon corpse.
Be a little macabre if she referred to it as a corpse.
Nothing. God damn it. Simon is dead. Well, we got... Nick. Damn it. Simon saw... Something.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon.
Oh, Simon saw.
He was on the floor of the living room.
Simon saws.
His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
So wait.
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in.
This is on
Saw Simon.
this is on the 3rd.
He was on the floor of the living room.
Ah, God, she doesn't say when she came in though. That must have been after Glasgow. Simon says nothing. Huh. Like, how far? Man. Okay, that's helpful. I'm glad that's very good. That's a good feature. Ooh. Simon had what? 61. Where's Simon? I did a very bad job of organizing it, didn't I, Sean? Anna saw. Anna eat.
I feel like you've devolved. You've lost the
No,
plot.
I'm fine. Ooh, that's new. Okay, here we go.
When you've been married for 10 years, stuff accumulates. We could argue about anything. And he's so nice. That doesn't help. He tries to smooth things over, and that just makes it worse. We're both passive-aggressive, so we never normally argue directly about anything.
Argument. Shit. God, I feel like I made some real progress, and now I feel like I've hit a dead end.
Well, what's the story so far?
So, one of them potentially killed Simon. The other one found it. One of them is lying. Potentially. Because we have at least... Wait, didn't one of them say that they walked in and found him, but then one of them admitted that they saw the other one do it? So Glasgow. So one of them went to Glasgow. Saturday. Tell me about Saturday. Have some information about Saturday.
It was late. Early Saturday morning.
That's a contradiction. Friday. Monday. Nothing. Sunday. Nothing. Thursday. Rock. It said something about the rock, didn't they? They did. Aha!
Oh, God, I don't know. I mean, I guess the Rock. We've spoken to everyone there. Someone must have seen where he went. I don't know. So many things could have gone wrong.
Okay.
No one has been in the last few weeks. We had a plumber come in 3-4 weeks ago. Someone summoned you from the Rock.
By the way, there
Who's-
is a mechanic that you have not picked up on yet, if you want.
That have to do with the tags? Oh, the add to session.
There's that, which you haven't used at all, but it is useful if there's a good clip that you want to save. There's another mechanic, though, might help you sort of understand where you're at.
Alright. Interesting. Well, that doesn't tell me anything.
It's okay.
Simon. And that didn't tell me anything either. something obvious, Sean? Is it something I should have been doing this whole time?
No, I was referring to the database checker.
How do I use this dang thing? I see.
You're overthinking it. Just leave it up and you'll figure it out eventually.
Okay. Alright. I didn't think I would get a response from Peter. Eric. Called. Eric spoke. God dang it.
Why are you asking about Eric?
Simon. Did I do Simon Said? I don't think I did Simon. I didn't do Simon Said.
I got a job to contribute, you know. Doug knew someone and I got a job as a dinner lady at the primary school. They said it didn't matter if I could cook or not, just don't poison the kids. So you see,
Welcome.
it's always been complicated between me and Simon. It's never just
Hello.
been the two of us. There's always been pressure.
Okay. Now what did that do? Don't know what this thing does, Sean.
Just leave it there. You'll figure it out eventually.
I'll just leave it there. I'll just leave it there and hope for the best. I always have the mirror tile game.
Yeah, Isaac is trying to solve a murder mystery.
Hey, I know a murder happened. I know how it happened. I just don't know the conviction. Well, that didn't get anything. Mirror. But hi, lesbian. So I feel like I've hit. I was like making a lot of headway, and then I lost the plot a little bit. We know they had a fight. We know that something happened between one of the two girls.
Sure.
No, he doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day.
Creeper Isaac hasn't figured that out yet.
Just to put something into words. Just gives you perspective.
I hope I don't normally sound like that. Or was it Sean? Sean, did the demon get out again? Again?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, something did change.
Okay. There's a girl and she's staring out of the window.
Isaac hasn't figured that out yet, lesbian.
She's trapped. She's here. She's looking out the window because her mother won't let her out.
Okay, watched one.
Yes. I inherited it from my...
Okay, so that is video I've seen. That's what I thought it was. Why wasn't it working earlier?
I would have been a good mother. I was young, but I would have been a good...
Huh. Okay. So, let me go back. What was it? Simon's... Where's Simon?
Where's Simon?
Where's Simon? Where's Simon? One that was... Skibidi Toilet didn't have shit. Disappointed. Not Code name. Myth. Where, Simon?
The thing you mentioned earlier has not been tried yet, Creeper.
When beautiful people died, we always felt like it was a sign.
Okay, that was later. That's later. Fight. 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 Why have I thought... Ah, fuck. That's not gonna... God
It is a
damn
good
it.
search, though.
This is a good search. I already seen that one. I already saw that one.
But, you know. You could poke around.
But Simon. But Simon. Okay, that was the...
Like I said before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon.
Saw Simon. That's what it was. Simon
On the
saw.
floor of the living room. His throat had been cut. There was a lot of blood. Yeah, he was dead.
This was... Okay, that was fairly I've seen the last entry? I've seen the last entry? I haven't seen the first entry. First. I swear, if this is the first entry.
No, he was as shy as me. I asked a friend to ask him out for me. We had our first date at the Odeon in North End. We went to see Risky Business. I had on my one best dress. Simon paid. He bought me a whisper, and I was worried about getting chocolate on my teeth.
Why? Why? You worried about the chocolate melting your teeth?
No, you just don't want to look like you got poop on your mouth.
You want poop
Haven't you
on
even
your
seen
teeth?
the IT crowd?
I do need to watch the
The
IT
first time we
crowd.
saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant when we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday. My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving. I knew what party hats were from books. And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Huh. Action seems like a good word. Reflection seems like a good word, Sean. Okay, that was interesting. That's weirdly late.
I mean, no, it's pretty late because of the date.
Yes. Like,
This is gonna have a lot.
not that many, Sean. And a lot
Yeah,
of
but
new
half
shit.
of them are new.
Yeah.
Florence raised me in her home. I never left it. She kept me out of sight. It wasn't odd
You should
for
look
people
up
to see a
Florence.
midwife with a baby, carrying in supplies, washing nappies, that sort of thing. I never knew any different.
She do be a nerd, though. That's true.
I grew up looking out of my window and seeing her across the road. I thought it was like a reflection in the mirror.
Ah.
She was me.
Okay.
Mother wanted me to grow my hair long, but I kept cutting it myself. I wanted to look like my reflection. She always had short hair when she was little. Mother would hide the scissors, but I would find a way. Cut it with a bread knife, something like that.
Now,
My
bread knife.
reflection
I read butter knife. It's like,
would
how do
always
you
leave
cut
that
your
house
goddamn hair with a butter
and
knife?
go on adventures, but I never
It
could.
just takes time.
Mother taught me at home, and I had books and TV. TV was magical, but it was only on when it wanted to be, so I spent a lot of time reading books.
That's a great question. Sean, is it spoilers, or do you have a discrete answer to that?
So this is a game that you can pretty much stop when you feel like you understand what happened. There is a credits roll if you find every entry, but that's not really the goal, necessarily.
Right. We're just trying to figure out the mystery. So prepare to not see the credits, definitely. There's a lot of good stuff here, too. I love... Almost fucked that up. I love the way that it's set up, and I love how open-ended it is, because that's really what's fascinating about this game, is how you, like, peruse through it.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her, something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
Listen. We don't gotta get... I was like, I don't have a joke here. They talk about the... I mean, I'm sure this will get me something. They talk about sex life, so... If I get... Oh, God!
Woo!
Do I
Hell
wanna,
yes,
though? Well...
Really? You're going to ask me about my sex
God
life?
damn it,
Isn't that
Sean!
private?
This game called you out!
Fuck it, not again!
I
Not
love that they set
got-
these up to call you out.
They got me on twins and sex? Come on, man! But they go into discreet depth about how complicated her sex life is. They can't be mad at me for looking that up.
She
Come
can be
on,
mad
man.
at you.
Are you married? How is your sex life?
Oh my god.
So, our sex life is probably fairly average for a couple after 10 years of marriage.
That's a lie. That's actually a lie. Holy shit. That's how well designed this game. It both has a prank and good information out of this.
No, you're talking to the wrong person if you think I'm some kind of slut. If you think I'm the kind of person that would have had sex with all those guys.
Interesting.
A little animosity, I sense.
Huh. Then this is gonna happen somewhere down here.
No, I was 15. Carl was older. 17, I think. I was really into him. regardless of how he
Silos.
actually behaved.
Oi, Silos.
Lots of drunken teenage sex.
Isaac is prying into a woman's sex life.
I'm sorry, Sean. It's giving me leads. What do you want from me? Don't you gat me like this. Don't gat me like this.
I'll get out of hell if you fucking don't shut your mouth.
Experiences that help you realise who's really important to you, you know? Family.
Silos, that's up to Isaac. The end of this game is sort of nebulous. I feel like we're close to an end point, but we're not quite there. I feel like Isaac has at least one like piece of this puzzle that he is not satisfied of having figured out yet.
Right. I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on between these two characters, because there's two characters. Like two.
Just the two of us.
No. not drugs. I mean, he drinks, but never very much. He goes to the pub and has one or two. Sometimes we go together. He drinks wine with food, but no, he doesn't have any kind of drinking problem.
I need to look up Florence. That's what I need to do. Look up
True.
Florence.
That should eliminate me as a suspect. If I was in Glasgow, can't be in two places at once.
Or can
Oh.
you? It's been made very clear to me that that is blatantly false. She's a witch, Sean. Witch was used earlier. She's a witch. Which got me a result. What?
Fairy tales.
Of course, naturally.
Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children.
Sandwiches.
So you
Good
see,
search. Drugs would actually
even
probably
before
get
I
me
knew the
some
truth.
results.
I'd found it in those stories.
What did she say?
About their stories?
Fairy tales. I'd found it in those stories.
She's found the truth in those stories. Alright. Tell me your secrets. Fuck, I've already...
Perfect 5 for 5.
Huh, that's fascinating. Where are these located? Interesting. Where was Saw?
Where was Wizard Hut?
Where is Wizard Hut? Where was Simon Saw?
It was after dinner. I'd spoken to Simon's parents on the phone. I looked up for an early night and I suddenly had this thought. I think it was something his mum had said. She'd been speaking about old stuff, sad stuff, about when we lived there, about the baby. There's some boxes in the cellar, nursery stuff, stuff we never needed, and I never had the heart to throw out. And I suddenly remembered that when I'd looked down there the week before, those boxes, that pile was in the wrong place. I went cold all over. I went down there with a torch and went straight to the back, and that's when I saw the bin bags.
Bin bags.
Pulled them open, saw the body. I screamed, and that's when I called the police.
Okay. Okay, where is this? Okay, that's really early. And this one is really late.
And do the stories
Like I said
match up?
before, it was 3, something like that. I walked in, saw Simon. He was on the floor of the living room.
Nope, they don't. Because she said she found the body in the
His throat
basement.
had been cut. There was a lot of blood.
This one would have been late. Yeah, that one's later.
So I have not heard of Home Safety Hotline, lesbian.
Huh. I'd have to check it out. I do like games like this. I really do. I genuinely do. I love the concepts of like ARGs and weird stuff like this. And I love found media and found footage stuff. So. Carl! Carl's sexy Carl. Gotta have more stuff about sexy Carl. Well,
So, Carl fucked off, and then there were other boys here and there, and then Simon.
great. Well, that's the Carl saga finished. Interesting. I understand that it's designed this way and it is meant to be inconvenient, but God, I wish I could just click on these and pull up that video.
You gotta figure it out, man.
Uh-huh. You study creatures and you answer calls to give the correct creature and care pack. Huh. Interesting. God. What about Eric Simon? What about Eric Simon?
Eric.
Eric, tell me something. This is probably nothing. Well,
Got one.
We couldn't afford our own place. Simon dropped out of school, went full-time at the Glaziers. That was Eric's generosity. We moved in with his mum and dad. They had a spare room for us and the baby, if it came. It was a nice change, time to myself, living there for those months, full of hope.
okay. What the hell is a glazier? Glazier.
Someone who glazes things.
Oh. A glazer.
Mm-hmm.
A mobile phone? Yeah. Well, they have one for the Glaziers, but it's only for work. I can't remember the number. Oh, it's in the kitchen. I saw it plugged into its charging cradle.
I do like a good toilet hob.
Unfortunately, toilet didn't give us anything. Otherwise, I would do a good toilet hop. But we already did Skibbity Toilet, and it is not, in fact, the culprit.
I did. Well, we met when we were 17, both working at the Glaziers.
Okay. Talks a lot about being 17. I feel like that's an important detail, too. Okay, that... So what... This one was... I think this is the earliest one. Boy, that was a really early one.
No. Everyone loved Simon. He's a Glazier. He doesn't have much money. I don't know. I don't know.
God, if... The Fortnite might actually get something, because this is British. I don't think Sigma will, but I have to know. Good. They didn't use... The year is 19... Well, the year of this is happening is 1994, but they mentioned Y2K, so this is sometime past 2000. I don't think the word Sigma was in common colloquial use in the year of 2001. Probably
Not really.
Well, the Fortnite. They don't use the Fortnite. I might as well look up torch. Why not? I love going to draw and get me the torch. It's the very one that where she mentions a torch. The baby. What about the baby? Okay. Lots of stuff about the baby.
You can learn all about this
I spent the
pregnancy.
wedding night in a hotel in Brighton. It would have been too much to do more. We were saving for the baby. It was wonderful to be in a hotel, away from home, just alone together. Since then, we've always tried to get away for our holiday.
Okay. Interesting.
No. I lost the baby. I had a miscarriage at 8 months. We carried on living at Simon's parents until, well, it was only a few months after.
Okay.
Yes. It was a shock to him. I mean, we never thought it was possible. I don't know what he... I mean, I hadn't decided whether to keep the baby. I wasn't really ready to talk to him about it.
Now when is that? Huh. Chit chat. John? SB.
Oh, how's it going down there? You done?
Oh, I can't be sassy with it.
Okay, I'll hang a bit longer. Buzz when you're ready.
Interesting. Huh.
Not done yet.
Not done. Go away, chit-chat. Go away, chit-chat. Trying to conduct some important investigative work. No! Why would I want to do that? Out of the logic database, I need it. Boy, I'm running out of space on the screen, Sean. They need to, these 4x3 screens. Ugh. It's dark times back then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can move it. I'm just right there.
You just hang out up there. It'll be great.
It's a good thing there's like any there aren't any desktop buddies or anything cluttering up the screen. Wait. SB. 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 SB? SB. SB's nothing. I don't know what there's not a
body.
Yeah, God. Well, now I have to, Sean. Somebody. Really? Was somebody 2 words? Somebody. Yeah, I had something in mind. Miscarriage.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Good job.
Hey.
Then my parents died. It was the worst year of my life. A miscarriage and then my parents.
Eh? Interesting.
What are you trying to do here?
Clicking all the wrong buttons.
Yeah. They'd gone to bed feeling ill, thinking it was flu or something. The neighbour called me, I had to use my key to let them in. We found them dead in their bed. And they'd been there for days. No one had noticed. Just awful. It was so soon after my miscarriage. The worst year of my life. I'd been so happy to get married, and after that it was just like, fuck.
You didn't search the fuck word.
I shoulda.
You searched damn and shit, and you didn't search the fuck word.
Those are the only funny curse words,
Yeah.
Sean. Damn and fuck.
And
Or
I was
damn and shit.
infertile. Thought I was. They told me I was infertile after the miscarriage because of complications.
Eh?
Oh shit! Oh damn!
That's a lot. That's a lot. Wait a second.
You should have searched the fuck word.
She had a Why did she vomit earlier? She's not experiencing. One of them is experiencing. So one of them, they both did successfully get pregnant. Huh.
Yes. I speak with Eleanor at least once a day.
Who the fuck is that?
There's anything much to say.
Not SB, Sean. I don't give a fuck. Oh, that explains. And I think I know what this one is, Sean.
No, I'm okay. Fuck.
Who the hell is Eleanor?
I think we already established that it's one of Simon's
Oh,
parents.
it's one of Simon's parents. Yeah, thank you. This one also had 2 cups.
Can I leave? Are you going to arrest me? No. They'd laugh you out of the building. A lawyer would make mincemeat of you.
Ooh, that was a spicy one. What was that all about?
Yeah, I kind of want to know now.
Are you arresting me? No. Fuck off. Open this door.
Okay. Might be able to continue that one. Open door. Damn it, I was really hoping that would work. I really was. Rest.
Here we go.
Here we go. Okay, that was this one. Now we're working with portals, except it's still not this one. This is just a previous date.
Like I said, I think I was popping out to get something, ran out of something, had to grab something. I sometimes drive too fast. If you want, you can arrest me for that.
When does this appear?
Oh, in the
Okay.
middle of nowhere.
In the middle of an ocean.
This is a nicer room. This is where you take people when it's time to arrest them.
Yeah, that seems important to know. There's my answer, Sean. That's what happened next.
Now that's interesting.
Yes. No, lawyer. What are you going to arrest me for?
Okay. It's fucking game, Sean. It's a genius.
Can you arrest someone who doesn't exist?
Huh. Now it's gonna kill me, whatever that last entry was.
I think it was the one from when you try searching her story again.
What you think? I mean, that would make sense.
Because that was the one that felt like it was bearing all.
Her story is that she'd waited for him to come back. She put on my wig, some of my clothes, pretended to be me. They talked. She'd enjoyed being me. He said he wanted to be with me. Then he took out a present. Another mirror. Just like the one he'd given her earlier. That unique present. She went crazy, smashed the mirror. They argued, screamed. He hit her. So she grabbed a piece of the mirror and just swung it round. She cut his throat clean open. She'd only meant to scare him off.
You know how well designed this game is, Sean? I had been looking for that clip, and that clip was so important and good I had to rewatch. Fuck!
Ooh, I don't know what the last one was then. I did notice. I was like, boy, that's an odd place for that interview to end.
I have a dumb idea. Ending. Well,
Interesting.
it's definitely not in here, but
Yes, like a story. A beginning, a middle, and an end.
great.
Like her story.
Ah ha ha ha.
Well, she has a knife. She's been cooking, I guess. She's been cooking him his favourite meal. She's his wife. He's asleep and she doesn't want to wake him because he's ill. That's why she's sad. Because he's ill and he might die. It's kind of a sad story, so I'm not sure how it ends.
Okay.
I thought it made me sound suspicious. It's not a normal thing to do, to drive to the other end of the country. I wanted to keep it simple. I know it was stupid not to tell you everything. Saying I spent the night in Glasgow when my husband went missing, I thought it would
Yes,
distract you from what was important.
Little eyeball.
It's different now. Now he's...
Okay. Yes, that means you haven't seen it yet. Which is a very... I like the way that... It's fishing. The way that they've done this is fishing. This is investigative fishing, and I really like it for that. Because it's like, you're trolling around, and you like get a hit, and you're like, there. And it's like all you did was type in one fucking word. Okay.
It was worth a shot. There's a lot of fairy tale talk. Not a lot of fishing talk.
Fishing.
Fishing.
Okay, she don't care about fishing. Okay. So she was lying about going to So she didn't go to Glasgow. Damn it. Work. Oh, God. Amogus. Too big. No, I'm surprised Among didn't get anything. Make sure. Yeah.
Among might be one of those like transitional words that it just skips.
Mm-hmm. Too big. It's not a subject. It's not a verb or noun. God, I feel like I'm right on the precipice of like finding a just like
I mean, there's that huge gap in the bottom right, like the
Yeah.
second row from the bottom.
And I haven't found anything in there.
I feel like that's the missing puzzle piece. I love the effort there.
Let's see.
So what's the story as we know it?
So what we know for now is that clearly one of them killed Simon in a jealous rage. I do believe there's some kind of situation going on where they both did successfully get pregnant, but after Hannah had a miscarriage, Eve maybe decided to keep the baby? Baby. I'm using my brain.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed almost silently. The baby was what mattered. We'd help each other. We cleaned up. We bagged up the broken mirror, her clothes. They're gone. We took him down to the cellar. We knew we had an alibi, and we wanted the body to be found later. We wanted to have suspicion on us, so we could then disprove it, rather than have it linger. Better to keep the body in the house than risk being seen with it. The watch, that was my touch, to make sure the alibi stuck.
Watch the watch.
We're doing it.
Now we're on a fucking lead, though. I have to get out, and then you have to just let me rejoin, because it's doing the weird. It's doing the weird thing. I don't know why it does that. It's so weird. So weird. I don't know why it does that, guys. It's very odd. Back the controls. Oh, here. I won't touch. There we go. Watch. What does watch? Just watch by itself give. Not helpful at all.
Oh, that's all of the entries, though.
So I know everything about the watch. Never mind. Good catch. I was about to be like, fuck.
Do you remember anything about the watch, though?
The watch given Simon? Well, here's a later one.
It happened very quickly. We hardly had to talk to each other. We agreed
Oh,
almost
God damn it.
silently.
Well, first off, Okay, okay, that's good to know.
Yes. We'd fight. We fought on the beach once, and I held Eve's head underwater. There was no one else around. It was
Okay,
a
this is
private
when
beach, and
she tried to kill
I
Eve.
held her head under.
What does it have to do with the watch?
Did it have something to do with the watch? I don't think it did.
I mean,
She just,
watch her.
yeah, watching. Oh, that kind of watch. Not the wrist clock.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
That's Simon's watch.
That's Simon's watch.
It was a gift from Eric. He got it this year. It was a wedding anniversary gift. Steel. It would have been Diane who chose it. She has really nice taste. That time, you must eliminate me. I was in Glasgow then.
Eliminate.
The time. That's the significance of the watch. They broke the watch to be like, hey, look, the time he was murdered was when I was in Glasgow. You spelled that so wrong.
Eliminate.
By the way, Creeper did have a suggestion a long time ago that I kept under wraps, but if you're curious...
Let me do this, and then I would like to hear that hint. It gave me.
Okay. So you want to eliminate me as a suspect?
Okay, great. Okay, what is the suggestion?
It was more of a question, really. Creeper was curious if you can type numbers.
Oh yeah. But I don't think you're gonna get a result. Yeah, I think you would have to spell them out because even if a number was to appear, you would have to
It would
type
be
out.
written out in the transcript, right?
Exactly. So maybe 1 will do something.
Something.
There's married couple stuff. A stupid argument, nothing specific. No one knows how to push your buttons better than those you're close to.
3 entries for 1. Any date. Well, that's the thing. February. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I probably had to pop out and get something, that's why I was speeding. And that wouldn't have been noted on my timesheet. But I really can't remember back to February.
She also mentioned, having a hard time remembering week by week.
Mm-hmm. Which is a convenient thing to say if you perhaps didn't experience all the things that you're supposed to have.
Uh-huh. I can't remember all the things I don't see.
Mm-hmm. This is what I've been hiding all this time. Woo!
Why is the number 3? Lucky number 3.
I think when I drove back, it was about 8 or something. And I got back to the house about 3.
I think this is what Creeper was sort of getting at.
Yes.
She mentions those times a few times.
Yeah, she does mention 3
I
o'clock
think
a lot.
so. I mean, to get into our garden, we'd have to climb through other gardens. All the gardens back onto each other, so you'd have to climb over 1, 2, 3 gardens to get to ours. I mean, did anyone see anything? Did anyone see anyone come and go? An intruder?
I do like this because the game kind of has a couple pranks like this, and I like this. He's just typing in numbers, so let's just tell him numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was that time, the first time at the house, in his bed, that I got pregnant.
There it is.
Amazing, right? This fucking magic sperm. And they say lightning doesn't strike twice. I didn't tell him. I missed 3 periods. I had pretty irregular periods anyway, but 3. I had always thought we were infertile. Both of us. I didn't tell him. Just waited. Hannah and I were meeting for our birthday, and I told her because I thought she would be happy for us both. I think she was.
Hey.
Your theory has been confirmed. Ooh, and we're starting to fill in this big
Cracked
gap.
it. We've cracked the egg.
All right, how do you follow up? What are we following up on from that? All right. Cool. You're not even gonna save that other video.
It wasn't all for you in the end.
Fine, I can go back to 3.
We were living at Doug and Eleanor's. I lost the baby at the end of spring, and my parents died in the summer. It was a hot summer, a heat wave. So when they discovered the bodies, it was just awful. Because of the circumstances, them dying together like that, they brought in a lot of police. A forensic entomologist. I had to look that up. It was because of the heat. It's just awful.
Okay. It was this one. This one.
I think it was that time.
This is the important one. This is a very important one. This is the important one. Okay. 5, 6. What if you get to 10 and it's like, you really gonna go through all the numbers? She just stops. It's like, you're gonna go through all 10, huh?
If you're getting hung up over 6-month-old speeding tickets.
Yeah, see, like that.
Mm-hmm. That's that lore we were looking for.
7, and then that's 7 ain't. But 7, 8. Okay.
Yes. He left after the argument.
I'm a master
It was
investigator, guys. Okay.
About 8 years back. It was a present to myself. I shouldn't even be drinking coffee with the baby.
Wait,
It's been
tattoo.
hard trying to give it up.
Tattoo.
I think they say you can have one cup.
Tattoo. Doesn't have a tattoo. Okay. Okay. That's pretty hard evidence to know who is who. Potentially.
Or is it?
Well, no, that's still suspicious though, because if she's wanting to hide her identity better, she would hide the tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. 9.
I really thought that you were gonna.
Didn't. I slept in the car. I left about 9 that night. I wasn't there.
What do you think? What were you thinking?
Nothing.
Okay.
This was about 9. I went round and she was waiting for me. She was furious and so angry. The kind of anger you can only have towards yourself. We screamed at each other, argued, cried, we fought. I hit her back, left a bruise. I had my wig on from performing and she tore it off. Eventually, we grew tired of fighting and I left.
Okay. 10. Okay, this is the last one, I promise. What if 11 is the answer, Sean?
What if 11 is the true murder weapon?
We've been married for over 10 years.
Okay. Bruise.
Breeze.
Bruise.
Bruise. Oh, yeah, no, it's nothing. I was going through the top cupboard in my kitchen and the chair slipped and I kind of hit the door with my face. We hurt like hell.
That's when they fought. When is this? Is this early? Okay. Interesting.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just
She
comes
touched
and
the
goes.
wrong side of her face. She forgot where the bruise was.
I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
What? You what? You fucking what?
Body's your what? Creeper did request that we go up to 12 to complete the clock.
Okay. Okay. Nope. Well.
Uh-huh.
Shut up. Shut up. Look at it. What a weird word. You can't tell me that 12 is not a weirdly spelled word, okay?
It's
It
spelled
looks
exactly
weird.
the way it sounds. Except for the E at the end, but that's a very normal English thing.
Just look at it. The T and the W, it just looks wrong.
Like in the
To
word
me.
to
Fuck off.
or twerp.
Twerp. What if twerp got something? God, what is you gonna twerp?
So the thing I thought you were going to follow up on earlier, and I don't know if this is anything or not, was the tattoo. You were like
Oh, yeah.
all up on how good of a clue the tattoo was, but that's not. There's another T.
Fucking T. Tattoo. Oh.
Oh, my tattoo. I got it to express my individuality. It's an apple and a snake.
Temptation.
Eve. Anyways.
So I moved out. Got a small bed sit. Got my tattoo to mark the occasion. I was singing in a bar in the evenings, so I had some money, enough money to cover my rent. And I've been doing something similar ever since. I haven't put down any roots. I don't exist.
Okay.
He saw me singing one of my shows. Pure chance. Not sure I remember what he was even doing there.
Was he?
Afterwards, I had a drink at the bar and he came over and we got talking. I knew who he was.
It's stupid, sexy Carl.
Obviously, I knew who he was. But
Is it sexy
I didn't
Carl?
know who I was. He was fascinated by the likeness. He guessed my name from my tattoo. Told me it was a palindrome, like that would impress me. I enjoyed talking to him. It was amazing to be able to sit and interact and talk to him after all this time. He didn't tell me he was married. I'm not sure what he was thinking. He later told me it was like he was dreaming. A waking dream.
Huh.
Now we're starting to get all of the pieces.
Gets
Now
the
we
pieces
understand
to
what she
the
meant when
pie.
she said that he liked being with her better than Hannah. And now we understand why that was such a big problem.
Yeah, that's why yeah. It's always gotta be the jealous, the bits of jealous rage, huh?
Mm-hmm. True to
Darn it,
life.
if only the precogs would have caught it.
Yeah, get Tom Cruise in here, fuck shit up.
Tom Cruise. Damn it, I was hoping for twice. Remember, she mentioned Tom Cruise. I went to go
Did she?
see Tom Cruise,
I
yeah.
forgot.
Hannah was so smitten with Simon.
Thought I was just fucking around.
Didn't want to share. Even the first date. We went to see Tom Cruise at the old
Oh,
both
yeah.
went. kept changing places. in the
Story about
toilet.
changing clothes in the
We only had
bathroom
one
and
best dress, so we had to
being
swap clothes.
constipated or diuretic.
Terrible bladder problems.
Diuretic.
The next date, it was my turn.
Well, thanks for hanging around,
At the end, I
lesbian.
let him kiss
Yeah,
me.
it's good seeing you.
But that was it. We didn't want another Carl on our hands, and the Ouija board had said to hold back. After that, it was Hannah's turn, and she slept with him. Broke the rules. Deliberately broke the rules. She wanted to be the first to sleep with him. I mean, that's when she got pregnant. From that one time.
Okay, that's where yeah, see, we learned about that from Tom Cruise. I want to make sure I spelled Ouija right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But did you spell Ouya right?
God, don't bring dead back into here. I'm having a hard enough time tracking everything. Eleanor.
Oh shit, I thought we did that already.
Oh.
Yeah. I've been round to Doug and Eleanor's, and they're very worried. I feel sorry for them.
Great. That helped not at all.
I hoover, I dust every week. Maybe less. I once asked Eleanor how often I should dust, and she said, if people ask, tell them you do it once a week, but every few weeks is okay. I think she was just trying to make me feel better. I mean, when I was there, she was hoovering every day. Ran an ordered house. You know how that generation is, putting on a brave front. She has secret stashes of cigarettes. Doug doesn't even know she smokes.
How can you not smell
When I
it?
was there, I saw her.
Huh?
She has these sort of porcelain vases, ornamental, next to the Reader's Digest books. Cigarettes inside. And she still has them. I mean, last time I was there, I looked in a vase. There was a fresh pack. I mean, all those years of marriage, and she still has a secret like that.
Honey, why do you smell like burnt leaves? Oh, the neighbor was just burning leaves in the yard again.
Why do you smell like tar and ash and like I want to die? Oh,
It's just been one of those days. A lot of smokers on the train, I'm pretty sure I've got lung cancer from secondhand smoke.
Second degree smoke.
The second degree smoke. Wow.
Doug and Eleanor are a unit.
Parents.
I got pregnant. Both our parents had a big powwow. We weren't even in the room. And they decided we should get married.
Huh. Okay. Marriage. Interesting. I never looked that up yet.
Childhood sweethearts. Something like that. Are you married, detective?
No. Doesn't help me at all. Maddie.
I love the convention, by the way, for how these clips are broken up. Not only does it like it's such a good justification for why these clips are so short. It actually makes sense in context.
Yep.
Simon was very moral about that sort of thing. He wouldn't just walk out there and sleep with anyone. He wasn't that kind of guy. He took his marriage very seriously.
Except with you.
Yeah.
After the
maybe-
kiss, the next time, he took me back to the house, to our parents' house, to their house. So, it was definitely him. I sometimes think he wanted to get caught to prove to himself that we were different people. He told me about his marriage, told me how his wife was completely different to me. I almost burst out laughing.
Okay. How about Goofy? Goofy,
Check
Donald,
Goof tree.
Goof. True. No. Donald, help.
Dongled.
What about Dick? What about Dick? Aww.
What are some other cusses you haven't done?
Ass. An ass.
There it is.
Oh, what if this is the first one?
Black coffee, thanks.
Oh shit, it
No
might be.
sugar. Sweet enough as it is.
That's
Why
she
did
didn't
that
say
come up
ass.
from ass?
She said
That
it
is the first
actually
one.
was the first one. Okay.
Oh, did it think you wanted to as?
I think so. Very weird. Bird. Not shite. What about gobshite? Oh,
I mean, we already know she says shit.
it's true. Just say fook. Don't say fook.
Fuck you up.
What the fuck you talking about?
I don't
what
have a
about
fucking accent.
What about bollocks? No! What kind of British game is this? Say bollocks. Let's see. The Eve baby. Oh, fuck. Anna baby.
Hannah, baby.
God,
I don't
you
think
have to-
Hannah would ever admit that Eve was pregnant.
Yeah. You have to, like, fish for what someone else would say.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine? I tried. I tried to get pregnant too, but it didn't happen. I slept with so many boys, men. My body refused. I think my period stopped because hers had. I was pretty ill. I mean, how could we stay the same now? I felt like Hannah had really fucked things up. Set us down separate paths. We had become different.
This is the most advanced bingo you could ever play. This is bingo for criminal court cases.
This is practically bingo bango.
Bingo. Shit. Bingo would get me something. Bingo doesn't seem to be a very British thing to say, though. They don't say bingo, do they? It's a very American thing to say. I almost said English like a dipshit.
So what are you looking for? What are you still trying to find out? I'm curious.
I don't know. Just any other details, but yeah, I think we got everything. I mean, we know who the murderers are. We know that they orchestrated. I kind of want, like, almost an admission of, like, well, no, they had the conversation about Simon. And we have the admission of Glasgow being what, said bingo? I say bingo all the time. Listen.
Bingo! You just watched too much fucking Tom? Tim Rogers.
Yeah, it's true. It's funny because I think that sound clip probably comes from a Japanese game. Bingo!
Yeah, but it is, you know.
I mean, bingo is cried out in the homes of the elderly every single day. Bingo sounds Australian. Bingo!
I went out there and caught me a bingo!
It's me, It's me. Dango Bango. Really took me a second to figure out dingo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, damn it. Talk to Simon. Speak to Simon. Boingus. Ah, God, that didn't have anything, Sean. What about tits? What about boobs? What about boob? What about one boob?
Am I gonna have to come over there?
Okay, fine. I think we got our. Sean, did you get the story of the game? Because I'm gonna trust that you got the story of the game to tell everyone that we got a full story of the game.
What do you mean?
No,
I understand what happened.
Yeah, I think I understand what happened too. The girls ended up getting it. Hannah wanted a relationship with Simon, who was the first guy she really liked. And in a twisted irony, Eve ended up having a more positive relationship with him. That's the one thing I don't understand is why are they doing this? That's the only thing I haven't figured out is why. The only thing I know is they were born at the same time, but they're not twins?
They are twins. So this is basically they were twins, but their mother, for whatever reason that I don't think has been explained, at least not that we've seen, didn't want both of them. And so they whoa.
I mean, that's what they mentioned that, I thought. Well,
Did they?
I thought that what she thought one of them was dead. Well, that's interesting. Go on.
I was just gonna say, so the nurse took Eve, and their
Right.
mother kept Hannah, and Eve grew up when she was very, very young, like looking out her window and like longing to be with Hannah and like longing to have her life. So when they reunited, that's just sort of became their thing, and like they grew up the rest of their lives doing that. So by the time they were adults, that was just the thing they did.
Gotcha. Okay. And then, yeah,
We
they got...
do need a second game of funny colored circles once you're...
It's true. I kind of want to do
Done
this... Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we
want
gotta
to
watch
do these
these.
two, and then I want to look up Mother, because I actually hadn't done that. So I do want to see these first.
At the time they said it was poison, food poisoning. I mean, I felt so guilty. If I'd still been at home, maybe I could have done something. I didn't.
But the miscarriage was caused by food poisoning?
What?
I don't know.
Well, fine, considering. I got back into the house today, and that was weird, knowing your people have been there through my things. It's like I've been burgled. Only worse, obviously. I don't know. I haven't lived in the cellar yet. They sent a cleaner in. As good as new, he said. But they had to throw some stuff out. Couldn't get the blood out. And I'm still waiting to hear from the coroner so we can get a date set for the funeral. It's going to be a cremation. So,
Hey? Mother. Okay. Stellar door. Now that's
Also,
not...
you should try variations on Mother. We know she calls her mum and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Just saying.
the whole thing was wrong. The bags, I think they were from our kitchen. You can probably check that. We never go into the cellar. It's just a place we put things we don't need. Dad used to grow mushrooms there. The bags were taped up. I think it was parcel tape, but I think it was ours.
Alright. Mom. But mama.
Mama.
Nope. Mama. Nope. And I don't think I could find any... I don't know any other info that I could think of that, so... Yep, I think that's about all that I could think of. Finding every video from a specific recording session should let you watch them all at once as a single recording. I mean, that would be like quality of life things, but I think part of the, charm of this game is there's no quality of life.
Yeah,
rather,
and
very
even then,
limited.
like, it would be... part of the challenge is supposed to be, oh, you've already fucked this up, huh?
Yeah, I'll just...
What if you just close it?
I think I did try that earlier. Ah, here, let me lose. John, how quickly can
This
you
is gonna
beat me
take
by...
forever.
No, it's not.
But yeah, like, part of the challenge is that, like, you've got to sort of remember what's going on and sort of piece it together piecemeal.
Yeah, and I always say this, I want more games that require me to get out a notebook and hey, I won!
You did it!
It's just that good. I like a game that, I want more games that do try to get me to have to actually get out a piece of paper and a pencil and write things down. Because, like, that is something that I feel like is always joked about, how that was such a thing when we grew up in games. And, like, I think people sometimes forget that that's only such a meme because quality of life is a good thing, and it's always it's usually a good thing, but also obscuring things can be a good way to engage the player when handled correctly.
Yes. As I am fond of saying, everything in a game inconveniences the player. Game design is about inconveniencing the player. The key is what inconveniences generate interesting tension.
Exactly. A game inconveniencing a player is only bad when all it does is inconvenience the player. Like, if it doesn't do anything else, then you're like, well, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm vibing this weird board we're making.
Yeah. I'm also just like, this music is weirdly heady.
Oh, sorry.
What did you do? What have you done? Now, oh, wait, that's why I can do that one. That took me a second. Why could I do that one? Why could I do that way? Oh, it's because I had that one. But yeah, like, I like games that encourage me to have to, like, really sit down and try to figure out something, like, really complex by actually having to get out a piece of paper and pencil and, like, make a fucking... I like the concept of conspiracy boards. They're fun! It's fun to have a good conspiracy board. And...
Oh, I played another game kind of similar to this recently that has a literal conspiracy board.
Ooh, what game?
I think it's called Hands Without a Finger. Or Fingers Without a Hand, or something like that. A Hand with Many Fingers, that's what it's called.
And...
And Finger Time is basically the name. Yeah.
This music is oddly, like, intense for this stupid
For
fucking...
playing mirror
for-
tiles.
For playing mirror tiles, and boy... Must... At least
Now I
I'm
have to
used...
think.
Yeah, at least... Wow, Sean, I'm glad that all my moves made it so easy for you to make decisions. Up until that move. So, Sean, when are we gonna play Go?
I mean, I would love to learn Go if you want to learn Go together.
Yeah, I knew Go at one point. I played a little bit of Go when I lived in that scholarship hall that I lived in. Or not the scholarship hall. You lived in that scholarship hall with me, not the scholarship hall. Sorry. So the co-op that I lived in, I learned Go playing with somebody there. And Go's kind of similar to this, with the added rule of it's just it's 800 tile tic-tac-toe.
This is Othello. I don't know how many times I have to tell you.
I've never heard of Othello, no matter how many times you tell me, Sean.
Oh, thank you.
God damn it. I knew I would make a mistake like that.
You deliberated for so long.
I just couldn't think of a good move. Okay.
That one was kind of nasty.
Uh-huh. Figuring out. Figuring out. Figuring out. Figuring out. I'm figuring out some counterplay finally. Let's see. Now, where does Iago get involved in this game, Sean? It is called Othello.
Mm-hmm.
Does he get involved? I just want to know.
I mean, that's why the play Othello is called Othello, because it's a game of black and white.
Oh, goddamn. I'm a dumbass. Okay. Okay. Uh-oh. Have I swung back? Has the pendulum turned?
Perhaps. I'm struggling here. I'm losing ground.
Has the pendulum swung? Did he become overconfident with the boy's baby brain? Now this one I have to be careful. I feel like this could very easily be a bad move in a very bad way if I choose the wrong thing here. Yeah, ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Boy, I did almost make a really bad play there. Fuck, I think I still made a bad play anyways. I gotta be careful. That bottom row is dangerous.
Yeah,
I have a
that was-
full row. That's nasty. Sean have to use all of his brain.
I'm having to think. I'm having to process.
I've given Sean a challenge. Okay. God, that one is such a trap. That spot is such a trap. Can't make me go there, Sean. You're not gonna make me go there. I see the fucking... Oh, man. Oh, these all suck. Oh, all these options kind of suck. Fuck.
Okay.
fucking damage, you bastard. I had none of those moves were good. There were no good moves. It's like, no, those are all bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm tempted to do the thing. Yeah, I think it's the right one.
Fuck. Won't go there. Don't want to go there. This is getting dangerous, actually.
Okay. I need to be careful, because I can mess this up for myself here in a hurry. I think I want
You
this
see,
one.
it's thematic because they would take turns, and sometimes they would take a turn that was much more detrimental than the other one, and one's decisions limited the decisions of the other. Sean, secretly, this is the most ingenious minigame to have been put in the game.
Challenging.
That's what I am. Challenging.
Thank you for
Uh-oh.
that gift.
I feel like I made a terrible mistake. I feel like I made a really bad mistake.
I don't know, Creeper. We'll have to mull it over. I mean,
Maybe I finally
not a
played
puzzle
Miss.
game necessarily, but Outer Wilds and Return of the Obra Dinn are both games that I want Isaac to play.
And I do really want to play Obra, because Obra Dinn is very similar to this game too, from my understanding.
Yes, pretty similar.
So there you go. Don't worry, Creeper. If you're worried like, this guy just plays shooter games and games with loud explosions. I do like puzzle games. I just don't know any. Not off the top of my head. I've never played Myst, though. That would be one that I've never played Myst. Would that
Myst
be a
is
good experience?
That's one we could play in VR.
Yeah. Oh, all of these are bad moves. All of these are bad moves. The okay move.
Yeah, I don't hate that for you.
I hate it for me. I hate it for me. This game is bullshit, Sean. Why do you want me to play this game?
You're bullshit.
This is bullshit.
Hi, Cap.
Hey, Cap.
Oh, I didn't even watch what you did. Okay, you did the obvious thing. Cool.
Wow.
Not that it's a bad move, just that it was the move to make. Which arguably means it was a good move.
Still not great for me because my options are becoming pretty fucking limited, and I think you've got all the swings. Hold all of the knights and all of the bishops or something. I've never played shogi. I don't know how shogi works, Sean. I remembered playing Go, but I haven't played it in a long time, and I don't remember shogi.
I don't know.
And I've never
anything
played
about
shogi. Yeah. I don't know
Isn't that the
shit
game
about
that the like people that they live with play in? No, they play in the Mood for Love. I think they play
I don't think they play shogi.
Mahjong.
Yes, they play Mahjong. Shogi is it's what fucking... They played in the end of or not the end of Evangelion, in part 3 of the rebuilds. The shogi pieces appear a lot in Nichijou because they like to make shogi jokes. Spike and Jet are playing shogi in the Cowboy Bebop movie. They actually are. They're playing shogi in that.
Neat.
I don't fucking like any of my moves. Yeah, this is game. Yeah, this is game.
GG.
Well, GG.
Well played.
Sean, this game fucking sucks. Ugh. Is this why you wanted to stream this game? You know the mirror tile game was here. You just
this was in here.
You didn't have anyone to play with.
Yeah, I had no idea that this was in here.
Well,
I also haven't played Othello since I was 12, and
Well,
I
good
probably only played it twice.
well, good job, Sean. You proved that's unfair. You played this game twice, and I've never even heard this fucking game.
Honestly, I think I had more of an advantage from having learned a little bit about Go a few years ago than I did from having ever played Othello.
I mean, that's fair. Othello is Go, except you can't put your pieces anywhere you want. It's Go for babies, and I'm clearly maybe I shouldn't play Go with you, Sean. You'll kick my ass. Because that's the thing about Go, right? Is it's the same thing. You're trying to get the most pieces on the board by the end of it, and every time you make a line, you replace the other person's pieces with your pieces, right?
Not exactly.
Fuck. We'll have to try Go
It's-
sometime.
It's about
been
how
a
many
while.
spaces you control, not how many pieces you control, which is a sort of confusing distinction. Go is a hard game to describe for like Western board game people because like it doesn't follow any kind of normal logic.
Oh, right. The big thing is you capture in a square, right?
It's just a matter of how many it's a matter of how many spaces are inside of territory that you encircle.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Fuck.
And
I
yes,
didn't-
you can claim enemy pieces.
Yes. I mean, I think maybe we do a go. Maybe we do have a go. We do have.
Maybe we have
Tabletop
a go at
Simulator.
Go.
Maybe we have a go as a backup. If we just just mess around in fucking Tabletop Simulator one of these days. I was trying to
I
get
would
the VR
rather-
to
I
work
would-
for it, but
I would vote for like a real Go thing. I mean, maybe their Go thing has good built-in like calculations because the hard thing about Go is understanding how to calculate the scores.
oh, that's fair. Yeah, I remember that.
Maybe
being a bit
Tabletop
of a
Simulator
pain.
has scoring automatically.
Gotcha. Yeah, Creeper, definitely. This has always been my thing, is I'm always willing to like at least look at a game, just no guarantees. I don't like every video game because I'm a bad person.
We're a couple of pretentious snobs, so
It's true.
we hate games for no reason.
It's true. You hate.
Go
You
ahead.
hate-
You can do this.
Ace Combat 5 because Nagase's not an interesting character.
Mmm. Interesting. Interesting that you go after the one friend you have who's actually a fan of Ace Combat 5.
That's true. Well, you're the only one who's been willing to play it. You're the only one.
We tried.
That's true. I've tried to convince them multiple times. I didn't realize playing games are hard to play, Sean. I'm sorry. Just
What
play.
Discord channel should Creeper put game suggestions in?
You just put them into video games. You can put them
Also,
into video
thank you for the
games.
link, Silos.
Online Go. Okay. Well, it's getting late. It's 11 o'clock.
I am
Probably
melting.
call it here. Sean is turning into a puddle as we speak. So, on that note, thank you for joining, everyone. I hope you had a great time and you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I gotta get used to this. Actually, first chat. Now, I tried this earlier. Chat, we're going to make a Bing AI create. So, anyone in chat, just say out a phrase, and if I need more, I'll say set out another phrase. So, you guys are gonna help me create a Bing AI, and then once housekeeping and
Now,
everything
hold
is
on.
done, what?
We're not gonna
Now,
create an AI.
Sean,
We
you're not
did do
supposed to.
Skibbity Toilet as a suggestion.
Okay, we've got Skibbity Toilet.
Its
It's-
goobing time is good. I am curious how the AI would interpret goobing.
Okay. Okay. It's goobing time in Skibidi Toilet asking a
Asking?
what AI? Asking a what AI?
Boy, that's a mess. All right.
All right.
So stick around for a few minutes here while we wrap up.
Yeah.
And we'll see what Bing's image generator makes of that nonsense.
It's crayon. It's crayon. It's crayon.
It's not crayon, unless you're using crayon this time.
No, I'm not using crayon. Never mind. It's Bing Create. I thought Bing Create was a version of crayon. My bad.
No, you just call it crayon because you did this with crayon first and just kept the thing around.
Yeah, that's fair. But yes, it's Bing Create, and we're gonna put that in, and we're gonna make the thing. So, and this message was auto-generated by the King of Water. It's the King of Water.
Presumably
Poseidon?
Hydrate Man.
Oh. Hydrate Man is Poseidon's son, definitely.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, thank you for joining, everybody. I hope you had a good time and you enjoyed the show. If you're able to join the live show, thank you for stopping by and chatting and watching. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for taking the time to go back and rewatching the VOD. We appreciate it. If you're out there and you enjoyed this and you want to see more of what we're up to, I recommend scrolling down below and following or clicking any of the links. There's a link to an Instagram, a Facebook, a Twitter, and a Discord. We post when we go live on any one of those platforms, as well as anything else that we're up to, and just generally, you can come hang out with the rest of the community there. It's a good time on the Discord. Speaking of which, a shout out to our community there and everyone who follows. You guys are a wonderful audience and we appreciate you. If we do anything particularly entertaining or noteworthy, feel free to clip it and share it on the internet. Just make sure to also hashtag it with MCCanary or link it back to the stream so people could find more of the good stuff we do here. Also, stick around to the very end. We usually do a bit of a closing bit, and we do raid after every stream, so that way the vampires in our chat can keep watching. Just everybody else out there, make sure to go lock your doors and windows, because it's almost lunchtime for vampires. Also, always remember... Yeah, I realized... I was wondering, I was like, why does my audio seem weirdly lower? And it was down by 8%, so I had to fix it.
That's not at all what Cap is saying.
Oh. Maybe I just have a really good voice, Sean. That's a compliment. Oh. Also, remember everyone, if you want to see the stream grow, you gotta let people know. But for real, anytime somebody comes in and they mention that, you know, that they heard about this from a friend of theirs and they thought they'd check it out, it's always cool when somebody does that. And if you want to be a cool person, you could make that happen. Just saying. And as always, a huge thank you to Moat Shrimp and all of our supporters on Patreon and Twitch. Your generosity allows us to continue to expand the stream as well as take on more projects, and the stream would not be made possible without viewers like you. So we thank you. If you want to see your name added to this list, as well as a couple of the benefits you could get, you could always subscribe directly on Twitch or check out the Patreon page here. It'll show you everything that you can get, and any amount is always appreciated. Once again, thank you. And thank you, Drew Mods, you do a wonderful job of holding back the robot army and preventing becoming famous. And thank you, Sean, for sharing her story with me. I had a great time. That is a really good game. Like, if you came in and didn't see this whole thing, definitely check it out. There's still more. There's still actually a lot more that we didn't get, so...
Yeah, there's still nuggets to be uncovered.
So, yeah. Well, Sean, do you have any housekeeping?
Nope.
Well, make sure to check out Sean and everybody else in our network, Goblin Entertainment. You can find... I'm gonna spell it right. You can find everybody on that link. I didn't spell it right. It's
Entertainment.
not entertainment. I might just make it Goblin.
Yeah, just make it Goblin. It's easier.
Yeah. But James, Ari, Ren, Tara, James. I already said James, Jackson, and
I forget James.
and James. And Aqua all also have content that you can go check out on their channels. And you can find the rest of my stuff here. You can check out that link tree that has a VOD channel for the Twitch, as well as a YouTube for my own videos, an ArtStation for my art, and a SoundCloud for my music. So go check everybody out on Goblin Entertainment. Alright, stick around. We're gonna be raiding someone. We'll be raiding
Someone.
Oh, it did it not? It better have changed the game. I'd be mad. I think it did. Pretty sure it was on the right. Okay, good. You did something weird earlier, and it acted like it didn't, but then it did, so it's like, that was odd. Boy, there's a lot of people on right now. So many.
It's a Saturday night.
That's true. We'll head over to
What does
John Jay.
happen if you try to raid yourself? Presumably, there's not a way to do it in the UI.
I don't see an option for it. Actually, Vuvu's playing something called Mecha Break, so I guess I just gotta know what that is, because it's got Mecha in the name, so hopefully it's cool. It looks cool, but Vumu is another VTuber. She's a good gal, so everybody stick around for that and go say hi. Otherwise, have a good evening. Take it easy. Sean, is there anything you'd like to tell the audience?
Don't forget, if you want to avoid repeating the mistakes of the past, you gotta study your history.
Ah. It says unsafe image content detected. Was it...
What?
Was it...
Because of toilet?
Because of toilet? I'm just gonna take out Skibbity. Guessing it was because of toilet. Oh no, we've been had. Oh no, we've been had, Sean. Okay, so it's Goobin Time and Skibbity asking, oh, what AI? Please make it. Please make it. You can make it. You got 40 seconds. I believe, Sean. Bing. What a good Bing. What a good Bing. There it is.
He doesn't like toilets.
A what AI? I like that it asks. I like this cat. Why is that cat there, Sean?
Why is that dog there?
Why is that chimpanzee there?
Why is that clown there? What is any of this?
It's Goobin Time and Skibbity, assin'.